Right here in front of me, I've got a contract offer to become the next Spurs manager. But do I even want to sign this? Spurs are literally 15th in the Premier League. I mean, I didn't think it was possible for any top club to do worse than Manchester United. But here we are. But as Chiellini once said,
it's the history of the Tottenham.
For just about 2 decades, this club has gone trophyless. Now, if Spurs were a club that didn't have investments, didn't make big signings, that would be fine. But this is a club that's had players like Gareth Bale, Luka Modric, Harry Kane, but yet their trophy cabinet is gathering dust. Now, it is tempting for me to sign this contract and become the Spurs manager, because I'll be attempting to do what great managers like Antonio Conte, Jose Mourinho couldn't do. But the job's not going to be easy. I'm going to have to deal with the Spurs board headed by Daniel Levy that won't be that willing to spend money. They might sell our big players to Real Madrid like they've done before. Besides that, we're going to have to change the mentality of this club. But you know what? This is the kind of a managerial challenge I absolutely relish. Bring out the contract. I'm signing it now. I am becoming the manager of Spurs and we will fill up their trophy cabinet. But we may have a problem. We're starting this series where literally Spurs are in real life. 15th in the Premier League. Oh, what a mess Ange Postecoglou has left us in. Saying that, we are in the Europa League quarterfinals. No way. My first game as Spurs boss is going to be against Frankfurt away. Nah, man. I don't think in any series that I've done, we've had to debut as a manager like this. But this is part of being a manager. Sometimes you don't get to start with pre-season, making your transfers. You've got to come in mid-season and do the job. And okay, to start things, I've got an email from Daniel Levy, the Spurs chairman, basically the club owner. Hey Sid, welcome to Spurs. I know we haven't won trophies in a while, but I believe you can change that by winning us the Europa League this year. That would not only end our curse, but it would also get us Champions League next year. I can give you money to make big signings so you can try and win the Premier League. Everything rests on this Europa League trophy. I mean, as if we needed any more pressure. My debut game for Spurs is a must-win game, which if we lose could really put us in a tough spot. Because look at where we are in the Premier League. We're not getting European football with this. The only way to get into the Champions League next year is by winning the Europa League. It's the only way we'll get more funding so I can finally make the signings I want. Oh man, have I signed up for a really tough job. Do you know what? Let's start off by getting to know the team we've got at our disposal. These are the players that we're going to try and win the Europa League with. And to be honest, we've got Sonny. I know we need to somehow just build the team around him because he's that good. He deserves to win big trophies, man. Solanke up top isn't too bad. Madders is also the kind of playmaker you want in your team. Kulusevski's got a bit of a knock, so he probably won't be able to help us. Young 19-year-old Bergvall might get a chance. But there is talent in this team. I especially like the defense. Van de Ven, Romero, and Vicario. That's so solid. Pedro Porro's really good. Oh, we've got Udogie as well for the left-back spot. The defense is not bad at all. And there is talent as well in this team. The likes of Archie Gray and Mikey Moore. Do you know what? Starting this series mid-season kind of gives us an opportunity to assess the squad and then make our transfers next season. In that case, maybe it is a good thing. Tactics right now is pretty much all I can really work on. But to be honest, our first game as Spurs boss being such a big game, I don't want to move away from Ange Postecoglou's system. We're going to be rocking something similar. This is how the team's going to be set up. I think this is how we'll get the best out of Heung-min Son. We need him more inside the box, getting those finesse shots off. But yeah, I think this is right now our best team. We can probably get in Kulusevski after he's recovered. But here we go, boys. I'm gearing up for my first game as Spurs boss. And there couldn't have been more at stake. A Europa League quarterfinal. I not only need to figure out the best way to get this team working, but also we need to get the result. It is basically a final for us. One thing though that's going to really help us is Heung-min Son. He is a world-class player. Every club in the world would love to have him, and when he can find space, he can do that. What a debut for me that is. Heung-min Son lighting it up 1-0. I know it's only my first game as Spurs boss, but I'm already figuring out who the ballers are. One of them is definitely James Maddison. He can pick out any pass. That could really help change the game. Maybe he could go for goal himself as well. Maddison finding space and almost scoring. It's going to take me a while to figure out all the strengths and weaknesses of this team, but for now, the job is to just get the result. We've pushed a lot for the second goal, man, but it just hasn't come. But we are having to do a lot of defensive work now. We need to clear the ball away. That's brilliant from Christian Romero. He's a World Cup winner, boys. It wasn't pretty, but we've managed to hold out. Oh, boy. I needed this, man. My debut game with Spurs. And And we've managed to secure the win thanks to, of course, Heung-min Son. With that result, guys, I just feel a huge sense of relief. The pressure's off a bit. We have made it to the semis where we're going to be facing Bilbao. Now, they aren't going to be an easy team at all, but at least we've got a bit of time to prepare. Meanwhile, after that win, the media were raving about Heung-min Son. But also, they were talking about the fact that he hasn't signed a new contract yet with Spurs, and he could literally be leaving on a free. Bro, this is crazy, man. Son's contract is expiring in 2 months. He is literally free to negotiate with any club right now on a pre-contract. I know we can't make signings now since we're outside the window, but we need to secure Son's contract. That's going to be worth literally more than a signing right now.
Well, it's another manager promising trophies and glory at Spurs. I have seen that before multiple times.
Hey, Sonny, I know you've given everything for this club, but still are trophyless. But trust me, with me, things are going to be different. And so the question is, do you want to believe in my project?
Boss, I'm 32 now. If I sign a contract with Spurs, it will be my final contract. And if you end up like all the previous managers, I will have to end my career being trophyless.
That's true. I'm definitely asking a lot from you. Tell you what, we make it to the final of the Europa League. A chance to win that trophy you want. You'll sign a contract extension with us. I want to build my project around you, Son, but I need you to believe in this.
Okay, boss, let's have another meeting if we get to the final.
Oh boy, that was a tough meeting with Sonny. But you know what? I don't think his demands were unreasonable. He wants to see if I'm the real deal, if I can truly bring trophies to Spurs. His career's on the line, by the way, because this would be the final contract he ever signs. I guess if we want to keep Son, we're gonna have to make it to the final. Right now, though, we've got a couple of weeks before the Europa League semis. And I know right now we're in a position where there's nothing really to play for in the Premier League. But we can use this time to figure out the team a bit more. And that's why I'm making quite a few changes, boys. Mikey Moore is getting a chance. The 17-year-old wonder kid. But also playing the likes of Archie Gray, Richarlison too. I really feel like he's one of those players whose career has kind of fallen off lately. But there's potential for him to revive it. But I want to see that on the pitch here against Nottingham. Now, I'm not making the mistake of underestimating Nottingham. These guys are in the top 4 right now. And I can see that with the football they're playing. They're passing through our midfield and defense like it was nothing. And bang! Chris Wood with a banger. The fact that we were just carved open here so easily just shows how far behind we are in the Premier League. But that also means we've got a lot of room to improve. And here's James Maddison looking to find a bit of space. Strikes it well, but puts it just wide. There's Mikey Moore, the wonder kid, and he does feel good on the ball as he looks for a cross for Heung-min Son, but that was never going to work. The only bright spots of this game have been Mikey Moore and Archie Gray. They've actually looked decent. And finally, we've got in a bit of space here for Heung-min Son. This is the position he likes, and that's what he does. And this is where we need him to sign the contract with us. And looks like Son wants to help us get more as he finds Mikey Moore. Oh no, how was that saved? Looks like this is going to be the last attack of the game. If we've got a chance to get a win, it is now. Heung-min Son trying everything he's got, but he hits it straight at the keeper. A draw against Nottingham. Son's fuming, actually. Well, thankfully, the results in the Premier League don't really matter this season. We're in kind of a limbo where we can't get relegated. Ipswich are too far below us. But we also can't secure a European spot. We're too far down. But I guess we did a great job by giving the likes of Mikey Moore a run out because I saw what kind of talent they've got. Really like the kid. Archie Gray as well. And you know what? To get the best out of these youngsters, we need to focus on hiring good coaches. Now, that's a lot better. It at least gives our players some kind of a boost. But oh no, our next game's against Liverpool at Anfield. But wait, in just 3 days' time, we've literally got the semi-finals against Bilbao. You know what? We've got nothing to play for in the Premier League. And so I'm completely rotating our squad. I know we're going to get destroyed by Liverpool here. But right now, we just got to prioritize the Europa League. There you go. Liverpool crush us. But this way, at least our team is fully fit to face Athletic Bilbao. And that's what we need right now. Also, Kulusevski's back from his injury. These days, he's apparently learned how to play as a center mid. I mean, with that 62 defending, I don't know how this is going to work. I guess we'll have to play Kulusevski in a more attacking role, but then Maddison will have to drop a bit deeper. I don't know if it's worth risking this tactic in such a big game, but let's give it a go, boys. I think Kulusevski's too good for us not to include him in a game like this. And already a first chance, maybe from Son, striking from distance. Oh, but Unai Simon is an experienced keeper. He wouldn't let that past him. Look at Bilbao on the counter-attack, man, and I completely forgot they've got the Williams brothers in their team, and Nico Williams already with the first chance. What a save from Vicario that is. Getting through against Athletic Bilbao is not going to be an easy task, boys. I know they're not one of the big La Liga clubs, but they're really good. And And here we are in the attack with Dominic Solanke, maybe finding a bit of space, but he can't be putting it wide like that. Aside from Heung-min Son, nobody has really shown character in the attack, getting the job done. Oh, and now Athletic Bilbao trying to punish us, and they do. This is what happens when you rely on one player way too much. And don't forget, this is the home leg as well. If we don't take an advantage, we're going to get ripped apart in, of course, Bilbao's home stadium. Oh, and this could be what we're waiting for. Dejan Kulusevski on the charge, but what was that for a pass? Oh, and now Nico Williams has once again gotten in behind, and Vicario making a big save. Of all players right now, Van de Ven has just made a brilliant run, sees the pass of Solanke, and I see Brennan Johnson in the box. This could be a savior, and it is. Finally, someone other than Son scoring. We needed that. But you know what? That goal was created solely by Van de Ven's space from the back. Now here's Heung-min Son looking to attack. Finding space. Going for goal. Come on. How is that getting saved? Full time, guys, and it's a 1-1 draw. This guy is going to have to get settled in the second leg at San Mamés. Off we go to Spain. Oh no, why aren't Bentancur and Romero fit for this game? We've got Danso, an Austrian centre-back. He looks okay, but I really needed Romero. With the CDM position, at least we're fine. We can put in Saar. But you know what? I'm also going to trust Bergvall instead of Kulusevski. I don't know, man. As a midfielder, I'm not too sure about him. But you know what? Let's try playing Kulusevski in his natural position, right wing, and let's see how that works. I actually can't believe that in episode 1 of this series, we're playing a Europa League semi-finals. I mean, this career mode is going to be unlike anything we've ever done before. I mean, just imagine if we can end Spurs' trophy draw by winning the Europa League. Imagine what we could build on from there. It all starts here, though. We need to be sending Athletic Bilbao packing, but look at the intensity here. And the fact that we're going to have to deal with Nico Williams for another 90 minutes, I am not a fan. Van de Ven's defending really well. Once again, it's one man we're depending on. Heung-min Son trying to take one from distance. I can't believe it. That is one of the best goals I've scored in FC 25. Heung-min Son, take a bow. That's how much he wants to take Spurs to a trophy. I am genuinely in shock, boys. That was legit the perfect finesse shot. And okay, guys, we need to stay calm. We're now in the lead, on the verge of being in the final, but we got to defend. And oh man, why are we in situations like this? Corner coming in, we do clear it away. It's complete chaos. What a save from Vicario. Kulusevski's energy, though, is absolutely ridiculous, and he can pick out maybe a pass. Oh, it's brilliantly done, but what? Offside? Oh, Sonny, your hair was offside there. Okay, this distance is a bit crazy, but if there's one player that can maybe do something, it is James Maddison, but it's too much. We're still looking for the goal to completely kill this game off, but I don't think we can get it. But do we need it? Because we've managed to hold on, and yes, Spurs are going to a European final. I've come in as a manager for such a short period, but we have gotten the job done. And this is it, guys. We've taken Spurs to the Europa League final against Lazio. Bro, we've legit sacrificed everything for the Europa League. Look at where we are in the Prem. 17th. We're so lucky that we've got such a big gap to Ipswich, but this is still embarrassing. I don't even think we're going to move up from here. 17th is going to be where we finish. But truth be told, if we do get the Europa League win, I doubt anyone would care. We will be in the Champions League next year. The budget will be bigger as well. I can make the signings I want. It could really kickstart everything we're trying to do in this Spurs project. Now, before we play the Europa League final, remember I had a deal with Heung-min Son? And he is sticking to it. We've got to a final, and right before the game, he's decided to sign the contract. He's a man of his word. For another 2 years, at least we can have the services of Heung-min Son. This was literally one of the most important things we needed to pull off in this project, and I'm really glad we've done it. But oh man, for this big Europa League final, I'm not sure about the team we need to field. I like Brennan Johnson, but I think I want Kulusevski's experience. I think the rest of it is completely fine. Oh man, that is what we're playing for. The Spurs kit man better be dusting off that trophy cabinet, because we're bringing it home. I mean, I really hope, man. This would be one of the best starts we've had in any career mode series if we can start off with a trophy. And to be fair, I do think we've got a way better team compared to Lazio. And we've got Heung-min Son, who is on a mission to win a trophy. And already a first chance, maybe Kulusevski. No, Son again on the rebound. Oh, he's hit the outside post. And now it's Lazio's turn to pressurize us. I'm not liking this. Good defending from Romero. I think launching balls to Solanke is also going to have to be a really good tactic, because now look at this. We've opened things up for him. He's on the charge. Solanke, he's got no support, so he's going in for himself, and he's hit the crossbar. Bro, we've been so close to taking the lead in this game. Oh, and have we gotten complacent here? It's a chance for Lazio. They've opened us up. I can't believe this. We've been so much better than them, yet it's Lazio who take the lead. But this is where we need to work on the Spurs mentality. There's still a lot of football to be played, but I can already see our players' heads drop. This is not looking good. And once again, we're on the back foot here. Van de Ven, oh, he's got a nutmeg. This is not looking good. Bentancur helps clear it away. That's halftime, boys, and we do need time to regroup. Do I make any changes, or maybe is it a bit too early? Even as a manager right now, I'm a bit confused, man. The Spurs curse is really a hard one to deal with. But here we go in the second half. We've got to turn this around. If Lazio score from this free kick, it's all over for us, and thankfully they don't. But man, look at the clock. We're already at the 70th minute mark. We need to be pushing forward. But instead, a chance here for Lazio to try and kill the game off. Vicario is giving us hope. Bro, it's the 90th minute, and it feels like our team has lost hope, boys. We aren't able to even get the ball back. In fact, Lazio are trying to get forward here to end this game. Are we going to actually concede? This is brutal, man. Of course, we had to be chippy-chipped. Full time, and I can't believe we bottled the one chance we had to win a trophy. I know I only just came as a manager, but I was also so invested in this. I really thought that we could transform this club, win the Europa League, make it to the Champions League next year, bring in some superstars. But all this does is now add question marks to next season. By the way, the Premier League season's also over and we end up finishing 17th. Coupled with being trophyless again, I don't know what kind of a budget we're going to get next year. I don't know if the club owner, Daniel Levy, will resort to maybe selling one of our key players. And I also wonder what Son might be feeling like right now after losing another final like this. But you know what? We're here in this Spurs project for long term. Next season, we can start building something, making transfers we want. And you know what? I'm going to need your help with this. Who do you think this Spurs team needs to try and win trophies? And also, I'm going to have to give my first Spurs press conference as manager. Put in your questions, man. And I know you guys are going to be extremely harsh. But oh boy, the Spurs job has only begun, and it's looking to be a really tough one. I'll see you guys for episode 2. This is going to be one hell of a journey. I became the Spurs boss with one goal: to win trophies. But quickly I realized just how difficult this was going to be as we suffered heartbreak in the Europa League final. Now in my defense, Postecoglou had left this club in a real mess, 15th in the Premier League. I also couldn't make any transfers. I had no preseason to figure out any tactics. But facts are facts. I still bottled a really good chance to win a trophy. But now in season 2, we can start building this Spurs team from scratch, make the signings we want, develop the team in my direction, but the goal remains the same: ending the Spurs curse and bringing home trophies. I can't believe that we're just in episode 2 of the Spurs series and we're already reeling from trauma. I guess that's how it feels to become a Spurs manager. Respect. But yeah, man, losing that Europa League final really hurt. But I guess we gotta take the positives. In just a couple of months of becoming the manager, we took this team to a final. At least we kind of know how we want to build our team from now on. Because of course, we haven't even made a single signing yet. Finally, in season 2, we can bring in transfers. But wait a minute, I'm just getting an email from Daniel Levy, the Spurs chairman. Due to our extremely poor Premier League finish and the fact that we won't be playing any European football, the club's transfer budget will be extremely restricted. Brilliant, guys. Here I was thinking we could maybe make signings and improve this team. To be fair, I can see where the chairman's coming from. Because, you know, we did finish 17th in the Premier League. How crazy is that with this team landing 17th? I'm going to blame Postecoglou for that, though. Oh, wow. Just a budget of 34 million. That is absolutely brutal. But you know what's worse? Since we're not going to be playing any European football, it's going to be harder to sign players. I mean, why would players at Champions League clubs even consider signing for us? Our pull in terms of transfers is going to be really low this year. I guess in that case, it's a good thing we've tied up Son for another 2 years. Bro, last episode, he was literally on the verge of leaving us. He didn't want to sign his contract, but we made a promise that if we got to the Europa League final, he would believe in my project and resign. I guess he expected that we would win the final because we were the favorites. But yeah, Heung-min Son is still trophyless and we've got him on a 2-year deal. I guess it's a win for us, but I still kind of feel bad for Son. He could have probably joined a really big club this year.
I am dead inside.
But you know what, Son? Just trust the process. We're building this team around you. And I'm sure by the end of your Spurs contract, you will have trophies. But yeah, with Son alone, we're not going to be winning anything. The team is desperately in need for a world-class midfielder. probably also a striker because I'm not sure how much we can trust Solanke. But yeah, all of that is going to cost a lot of money. And where are we going to get it? Okay, our squad looks a lot bigger than before. A lot of players who were out on loan like Brian Gill, Højbjerg, they're all back from their loan spell. And you know what? We do need money. And if we just look at the squad and start selling some players, like, come on, we don't need to have 4 CDMs at the club. I mean, look at this. I've transfer listed the likes of Højbjerg, Bissouma, Brian Gill. I'm sure with just these 3 sales, we should be able to generate quite a bit of cash. And there you go. Offers are starting to come in, but I do not want to be dealing with Arsenal. That makes no sense. Although, what purpose is Højbjerg going to serve for Arsenal? He isn't going to play ahead of Declan Rice. Do you know what? It might be worth to just meet Mikel Arteta and try and extort as much money as we can from them, because I don't think Højbjerg is going to play any sort of part there at Arsenal. If we can take out like 22 million from this deal, I mean, that is money taken away from Arsenal, putting into our coffers. But yeah, they're not stupid. That's probably not going to work. 20 million at least. Come on, Arsenal. Give us some money where we're not that good in the Premier League anymore.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care. Let me tell you.
Bro, they're actually reducing the offer. You know what? I'm not going to deal with Arsenal, man. We'll find another club to sell Højbjerg to. See, I told you, we've got Aston Villa coming in with an offer. And there's a pretty big offer coming in from Chelsea for Brian Gill. Now, I know he's a good talent, but I don't know how we'll fit him into our team, so it's better to take the cash. With these 2 sales, our budget is going up nicely. Oh, we're up to 87 million. That is a lot better. But although that seems like a lot for the changes we want to make, the quality of players we want to bring in, I don't think it's enough. Well, then it's a good thing we've also got offers for Bissouma and even James Maddison. Nah, man, there's no way we can sell Madders. Especially considering this season, we're not going to have the pull to attract big European talents. We need to keep the quality players we have. I'm rejecting this. Meanwhile, that's Bissouma sold for 13 million. These player sales have kind of saved our season, boys, because now we've got 100 million to use. And if we can put the money to good use, maybe bringing in a midfielder and a striker, I reckon we've got a competitive Premier League team. Now, before we get into making signings, it's time for me to host my first press conference as the Spurs gaffer. Now, don't you be mentioning that Europa League defeat.
Oh, come on!
Now, actually, I'm seeing a lot of questions about Harry Kane. Now, I know this is emotional for Spurs. Kane was their main man for so many years, but I think I'm going to have to close the door on this signing. We're in no position to sign a player like Harry Kane. He's going to cost us well over 100 million. But apart from that, why would he leave Bayern Munich, a club competing for the Champions League, to join Spurs? We literally finished 17th in the Premier League last year. I mean, I'm not going to say no in the future, because hey, if we do become a Champions League club, maybe this would be a fairy tale ending for both club and the player. But yeah, for now, this is not happening. Every Spurs gaffer promises trophies, but results are the same every time. Why do you think you're different, and who are the players you want to build your project around? Well, to be honest, I don't know what's different about me. Far greater managers have taken on this job. They have failed. So I'm just hoping I can bring in a fresher and younger perspective, build a certain style of play. And to be honest, it did work last season up until the Europa League final. Of course, we couldn't win, but I do feel like if I'm given time, we could do something here, especially with you guys giving me suggestions. Now, about who I want to build this team around, it's got to be Heung-min Son. He's got a couple of good years maybe left in him, and I want to make the most out of it, because I know when he's in front of goal, he's absolutely ridiculous. And also players like Maddison in midfield, Romero and Van de Ven at the back. I think we've got a really good core. We just need a world-class midfielder and a top-class striker, and we're definitely going to finish better than 17th with that. Sign Pep as assistant manager? What? What the fuck? I would love to, but why would Pep Guardiola be my assistant manager at Tottenham?
What kind of paint thinner were you sniffing when you thought of this?
Are you going to resign from the club? Okay, this press conference is now getting ridiculous. I'm storming out of here.
That's it! I have had enough!
Let's now get back to business. I think the most important signing for us this season has got to be a midfielder. Now, as I mentioned before, we are not allowed to sign players from any Champions League clubs. Because let's be real, why would they join us? And that is kind of annoying because I can't sign someone like Conor Gallagher. He would have been perfect for us in the midfield. He's got La Liga experience as well now. But of course, he's playing for Atleti, who are a Champions League club. Saying that, what about Yuri Tielemans? Now, Aston Villa last season were a Champions League club, but this season they have not qualified. Now, we are allowed to sign him, but is this the right play? Should we maybe go for a younger player? To be fair, we do have Bergvall in the ranks, so maybe an experienced player could be better. Oh, that 55 pace does not excite me. But look at the play styles he's got. That's the perfect midfielder we need to get a bit of control in our midfield. And you know what? If we can get him for the right price, like maybe around 35-40 million, that'll leave us with good money to go hunting for a striker. So let's see how much this is going to cost us. Come on, Unai Emery, help me out. And okay, it's going to cost us about 41 million. I think we could save a bit of cash here as well. We'll counter with 37. And that's actually worked. You know what? I think we're getting a solid deal here. Now, I think if we offer Yuri Elements a bit of a wage bump, he should be inclined to join us. And yup, it has worked. My first signing in this Spurs era, and I think it's a really good one. The experienced Yuri Elements is joining Spurs. Bro, instantly that makes our midfield so much more formidable. By the way, I just realized the 3 midfielders we have are all 28 years old. I guess it's good that in their prime, we need the experience there. But oh man, the Premier League begins in just 2 weeks, and we kick off against West Ham. Before that, though, we need to figure out what to do with the striker spot. I don't know if Solanke is the man to trust. He is kind of similar to Harry Kane, but I don't think he's got that finishing like him. Last season, it was basically Son getting us all the goals, and yeah, I don't want to risk that. We're going to need someone better. But again, because we can't sign players from Champions League clubs, it's going to make it difficult to find a really good striker. Now, we could re-sign Matthias Tel. We had him on loan last year, but I didn't really use him. But I kind of feel we need a number 9 who can get us guaranteed goals now. Bro, this rule actually makes things so hard because all these strikers you can see, they would be perfect for our Spurs project. Guess what? We can't sign any of them. They all play in the Champions League. In that case, I'm thinking maybe signing Tel and just developing him is the play. Now, I know you're thinking he plays for a Champions League club, but we're going to keep this as an exception because he did play for Spurs last year, and he's anyway not going to be getting any game time at Bayern because they've got Harry Kane. Do you know what? Having both Solanke and Tel compete for that striker spot, I think it should be really good for us. I don't think there's any chance we can attract a higher overall talent than Solanke at our current stage. I'm pulling the trigger with Matthias Tel. We're bringing him back to Spurs. And honestly, this is an absolute steal. 21 million. No issues as well on the contract side. And there you go. He's once again back wearing a Spurs shirt. Oh, we've now made it to the start of the Premier League season. I still think the team needs a bit more quality in a lot of departments. But for now, we've got to work with what we have. And I am thinking of giving Tel his kind of debut as an official Spurs player, not a loanee. We've got the Elements as well getting his first start. I'm really banking on him controlling that midfield. But come on, man. This time around in the Premier League, we can be nowhere near the relegation zone. I think a realistic target is to get back in a top 4 Champions League football, because that's when we can start taking the club to the next level. And for that, I would love to start the season off with a win. Come on. Heung-min Son looking for Tel. This is some nice linked up players. He plays it back for Son. Brilliant play, and what a goal that was. If Tel could do all of that, why didn't I use him last season? Oh, it does feel good to have Yuri Elements because he can fire those passes into Tel, who's now looking for Heung-min Son. But the defender came in and tackled. Man, I'm already so impressed with the Elements because this pink pass plus just enables us to get through defenses so easily. Like, look at this. Firing this one for Tel, instantly a chance and a goal. What was I thinking last season not giving Matthias Tel a run out? Because so far he's got himself a goal and an assist. But you know what? That was created by the Elements too. And that is how we start the season, boys. A 2-0 win. I'm so happy that both our transfers have worked out. Both Tel and the Elements were so good in that first game. Oh, and also a couple of players have developed new positions. Oh, I do want to speak about this guy, Young-min Hyuk, another South Korean player. We're converting him to the right wing position. He goes up by 1 overall. But would you believe it? Just as Son is in his final years, his regen has kind of popped up. And yup, this is a real player. He was actually loaned out by Spurs last year. He's now back in the club. I'm not sure how good he is, but Brennan Johnson isn't really lighting things up for us. So we will give him a chance. Who knows, man? He might be the next Heung-min Son at the club. But yeah, those are really big shoes to fill. We won't add more pressure on him. We're playing Brentford next, and I do want to make one change. Brennan Johnson didn't really shine. Do I want to play Kulusevski there? I kind of feel like in our system, Kulusevski's left out. There's no cam position. We've got Madison and the Elements who are brilliant. The only position Kulusevski can play is right wing, but he doesn't have the pace for it. But let's give him a run out and see what he can do there. Also, I really liked Archie Gray last season. We're going to use him a lot more this year. And come on, guys. If we really want to be in the top 4 this season, qualify for Champions League, these are the kind of games that need to be guaranteed wins. And Madison looking for Tell. Oh, he's laid that one off for Kulusevski.
Nope.
I criticized him a bit, and that's what I'm talking about. He doesn't have that explosive pace anymore. Last season, the one issue we had was we were leaking goals, but this time around, Van de Ven and Romero are looking solid in the back. Madison firing the ball into Tell, who controls that so nicely, and we've got a chance here with Heung-min Son. He couldn't get in behind. Okay, maybe I was praising my defense a bit too early because we have been opened up, but Romero does really well there and gets the ball back, clears it away. And now here's Yuri Tielemans looking for space. He can pick out passes for days, but Kulusevski, he's having a bit of a stinker. Tielemans again, though, looks for Kulusevski. Finds Tell, waits for options. Comes James Madison here. Could look for a pass. No, he's instead going to go for goal, I think. Oh, and he almost got that one in. Meanwhile, Heung-min Son has broken through. He should have scored that. We've got ourselves a free kick, but this distance, it's just too far. Even for someone as good as James Madison. You know, you can never say never. Madison goes for it, and yeah, it's just too far. Man, we're really struggling for the breakthrough. We need something here. That's got to be a foul. No, the ref doesn't call it. What? And now on the other end, we're being counterattacked. Van de Ven used his pace so well there. And we're still pushing for that goal. Heung-min Son, if he can save Spurs once again, goes back for Dell. Proper chance that, but no. And no way our defense has been caught out. This is horrible. Vicario doesn't know whether to come forward or not. Well, it doesn't matter because we have conceded. And here I was getting excited after that first game of the season, thinking that we can put up a big challenge this year. It's the same old Spurs by the looks of it. Horrible defeat, guys. It just clearly shows that we've got a lot of work we need to do on this team. With the way our team is set up, I don't think Kulusevski's got a spot in this side, which I know sounds crazy because he's only 25. What a talent he is. But I guess if he doesn't fit the system, he just doesn't fit. I'm also unsure about the right wing position because Brennan Johnson has offered nothing this season. Now, what we could do is cash in on Kulusevski. We could easily get like 50 million for him. That would legit increase our budget to 90 million or so. And maybe we could once again use that money and strengthen the attack because we did struggle to get a goal against Brentford in that game. But I don't know if selling Kulusevski is the right choice. You guys let me know in the comments. We do have only about a week until transfer deadline day, so we need to act fast. My goal as the Spurs boss is to bring them trophies. But so far, things haven't gone well as we did lose the Europa League final. But in my defense, I did join mid-season. Ange Postecoglou had left the club in a complete mess. And now that I can build my team from the scratch, things are going well. We brought in Yuri Tielemans. Even Matthias Tell on a permanent deal from Bayern Munich. But if we want to really compete for the Premier League, the likes against Arsenal, Man City and Liverpool, this team is going to need more firepower. We need another world-class attacker, but the clock is ticking. We've got just 1 week until deadline day. The budget is also not looking that great, about 44 million. And don't forget, no player that's playing in the Champions League will want to join us. We've not qualified for Europe this year, but if we don't figure out a way to improve our team before the window ends, I think we're going to be in for a really rough season here at Spurs. Okay, guys, I think we all know the solution to signing another attacker here at Spurs. Sacrificing Kulusevski. Even you guys in the comment section do feel like that's the only way. It's such a rough decision because I know Kulusevski is a phenomenal player, but the system we're trying to build, is he though? He just doesn't fit. We've got Madison playing in that midfield role. Where can I just play Kulusevski? As a right winger, he doesn't have the pace. I think, boys, the decision has been made. I'm going to put Kulusevski on the transfer list. We'll either try to sell him for big money, or we might use him in a swap deal for another winger. Because, yep, guys, I think my decision has been made. I really want to sign another right winger. As good as Brennan Johnson is as a young talent, I think we need a better option there as well. We cannot just rely on Heung-min Son scoring every single game. Now, you guys in the comment section did come through with suggestions, like Ousmane Dembele, but come on, let's be real. This guy's anyway moved to Real Madrid. He's never going to join a club like Spurs. We're not even playing European football this year. In fact, we've made it clear until we qualify for the Champions League ourselves, we can't sign players who are playing in that competition currently. We're going to have to go on a proper hunt, man, to find the perfect right winger that we need to sign. Meanwhile, there are also media reports that big clubs are eyeing some of our first team players. Oh, and this could be bad, guys, because if the likes of Barca or Real Madrid want some of our starters, there's nothing we can do. They're Champions League clubs. We'll have to oblige. But hey, it's just rumors for now. Let's stay calm. Also, before we figure out who to sign, we've got an early Carabao Cup game. Now, you might be thinking, who cares about round 2 of the Carabao Cup? I do. It might be one of the most realistic chances for us to win a trophy. That's right, boys. It's come to that as Spurs manager. I'm not kidding, man. I'm really going to take the Carabao Cup super seriously. But we are going to still rotate the squad, give the likes of Archie Gray, I'd say even Mikey Moore a run out. But come on, man. We're still fielding a really strong team in round 2 of the Carabao Cup. Bro, imagine we get knocked out in round 2 of the Carabao Cup. I mean, that kind of embarrassment, I don't think I'll be able to come back from. And that might actually happen here because Wolves have opened us up. Udogie defending well. And we're on the attack here with Mikey Moore. Let's see what the young kid can do. Gets on his right foot. Brilliantly done. But how is that blocked? This is basically what I'm trying to say. In like 40 minutes of this game, we haven't created one good goal scoring chance. Without Son, we just don't have the firepower, it feels like. Maybe Tell could help do something here. He gets tackled as well. I'm going to be shameless, boys. We're bringing on Heung-min Son. We need him. Never in a million years did Son think he'd be playing in the round 2 of the Carabao Cup, and he might actually help us score. That's what he does. I don't think I've ever managed a club where we've been so dependent on one player. Oh, but things are getting better now. It looks like others are stepping up to the plate, as it's Brennan Johnson, but straight at the keeper. Oh, what a ball that is for Matthias Dell, and that's what's up. Heung-min Son is going to need a supporting cast, and I think Dell has got what it takes. Just needs to be more consistent. We're winning the Carabao Cup, guys. The journey continues. Okay, but we need to get back to focusing on improving our team because just 4 days until the window shuts. And wait a minute, there is a mega offer for Kulusevski from Manchester City. Well, here we go, a meeting with Pep Guardiola. I just want to try and max out the cash we can get for Kulusevski. Maybe 60 mil. That would be amazing. And it's actually worked. Maybe we could have gotten a bit more cash. Okay, we've now got a Premier League game against Brighton. But I really wanted to sign that attacker that we need. But to be fair, the Kulusevski deal has not gone through. And right now, we need to wait until that deal goes through because only then we'll have the cash. Here is Son gearing up for this game. I'm sure he's wondering why on earth he re-signed that contract with us. But come on, guys. I know we lost our last Premier League game. We just couldn't score against Brentford. But that's going to change here. We've got Matters on the attack here. Finding a bit of space. Maybe going for goal by himself, and that did not work. Madison is trying to create something here. Good bit of dribbling. Finding space, but we just can't get the shots off. Oh, we're going to have to rely on our defense here because we have been opened up by Brighton. Udogie does a brilliant job. Yo, Udogie's actually class, man. Look at the pace he's got. Finds Heung-min Son, and now we've got something here. Son, again finding space. This is where he shines, but what a save from the keeper. Oh, defensively, we're under pressure. A big save from Vicario. But Brighton just keep coming at us. Vicario, another ridiculous save. So far, boys, it's been all our defense keeping us in this because we're unable to even get chances up top. And we've been completely opened up. Danny Welbeck freaking scoring against us. The elements, I'm just going to take a pop from distance, man. At this point, we got to just keep trying something. Brennan Johnson looking for Pedro Porro. This is nice. Cut back for Solanke. Finally, he's put it wide. Bro, managing Spurs is really going to put me to an early grave because it is so frustrating. But it can also be extremely rewarding when we do get the chance like this. Heung-min Son. It's always him. Oh my days, have we just been opened up like that? Nah, man, can I just resign as Spurs manager? This is just too painful. In other news, Kulusevski's transfer's done. Bro, he's trying to hide his smile, man. I know he's so happy to be joining City. I mean, why wouldn't he? Look at where we are in the Premier League. 13th. I mean, we've legit lost to Brighton and Brentford so far. But okay, guys, it's about time we bring in some improvements. We've now got 100 million to spend. We desperately need another attacker. Okay, what about Ryan Cherki? Oh, he's literally just made the move to Liverpool. I wouldn't have also minded signing another Korean super talent, Lee Kang-in. But he's playing at PSG, who are a Champions League club. This is never going to happen. Okay, guys, hold up. I had no idea Anthony Gordon was 85 rated. This might actually be it. I know he's a left winger, but I'm sure he can play on the right side. The pace is there, the shooting, the dribbling. But I can't believe it. Even Newcastle in the Champions League. This is brutal, man. I don't even know who we can actually sign. I'm now just scouting through the Premier League to see if there are any wingers that we can maybe sign. And okay, Mbuemo, 84 rated. Bro is still playing at Brentford, who, by the way, just beat us this season. With options being so limited for us, maybe Mbuemo is the play? I mean, I don't don't see any other good options, man. I know a lot of you guys in the comments have been saying Tyler Dibbling, but he's still too young, man. 19 years old, only 75 rated. Right now, Brennan Johnson's probably better than him. Mbuemo might literally be the only transfer that makes sense. And his contract's expiring as well. We could get a good deal on this. Maybe like 35 million. Okay, at 36, we can get a deal. I'm willing to do that. But man, from thinking we could sign Anthony Gordon to now settling on Mbuemo, it is so difficult to sign players if you're Spurs. We don't have the pull. We're not in the Champions League. But it should be enough to sign a player from Brentford, and we are doing that. I'm hoping Mbuemo will be good for us. I mean, he is 84 rated. He will be one of our highest rated players somehow. And there you go. At least before the window shuts, we've brought in one improvement to the team. Heung-min Son looks happy to see Mbuemo, a bit more talent in the side. I know Mbuemo doesn't feel like that exciting signing, because come on, he was at Brentford for a reason, but I think it could be the signing this team needs. It really improves the overall balance of our squad, and we've still got about 63 million to make maybe one more big signing, and we've still got 10 hours left on deadline day. Now, wait a minute. You remember that rumor I said at the start that big European clubs are interested in some of our first team players? Well, I didn't expect that to be Christian Romero, and it's Liverpool that want him. I mean, Liverpool are literally the Premier League champions. I don't know if it's even possible for me to convince Romero to stay. And yup, in a meeting with him, he's made it clear. He feels it's time for him to move to a club where he can win trophies, and he wants this transfer to go through. Unlike Son, I don't think I'll be able to convince him. Besides that, his contract's expiring in 2 years, which means next year he could sign like a pre-contract and go literally for free. I actually can't believe this is happening on deadline day, but we literally have to accept this offer for Romero. I guess this is what you get for finishing 17th in the Premier League, being trophyless. I don't know how we're going to replace Romero. Don't forget, we still cannot sign players who are playing in the Champions League and whatnot. This has literally come out of nowhere. I mean, we should have expected something like this to happen, but on deadline day makes it so harsh. Now, we do have 8 hours left. The budget's back up to 100 million. We somehow need to find a quality centre-back. Now, the only good thing is we still have Van de Ven at the club. He's one of the fastest centre-backs in the world. But look at alongside him, we've got young Phillips, 73 rated. We can't go into the Premier League season with that. Okay, we don't have much time, but I have come up with a short list of possible signings. The best option is definitely Daniel Vivian, 26 years old, 85 rated. Incredible stats all round. The problem is Bilbao are in the Champions League. We can't sign him, man. We do have a couple of options, I guess, from Liga that we can sign. Balerdi, he's Argentinian like Romero. There's Kevin Danso as well, absolute unit. We could also go for Guehi, bring him back to England. He's playing for Girona, which means we are allowed to sign him. And then if we want Premier League experience, Milenkovic could be the play. You know what? Among all these options, the logical choice has to be Guehi. He's younger than everyone else, higher rated as well. And we don't have much time to think. We need a replacement for Romero. I think it's got to be Guehi. Let's chuck in a £40 million offer. No time to negotiate. We need to get this over the line, and I think we can at 42 million. That's perfect. Oh my days, but he's rejected the wages I offered. I literally gave him like a 50% bump. No way, I've bottled a transfer as well. Bro, now we literally can't even sign him.
Are you serious right now, bro?
Unbelievable, man. As if bottling trophies wasn't enough. How on earth have I bottled a transfer? I guess with the other options, maybe we just gotta go with Kevin Danso. We're getting this one a bit cheaper, 32 million, but I still can't believe we didn't sign Guehi. We'll offer Kevin Danso the wages he wants because we're in no position to negotiate. And there you go, guys. We have signed Kevin Danso. One of the most chaotic transfer windows I think I've ever been a part of. But with that, we're finally done with transfer deadline day. And this is the squad we're left with. I don't think it's an upgrade, man, from what we had before. The new players we brought in were Danso, Tielemans, Mbuemo, and Tel. Tel was, of course, already here on loan previously, but I don't know if we've done a good enough job. Out of 10, how much would you rate our transfer window? Let me know in the comments. Do keep in mind, we had those rules of not being able to sign Champions League players. Of course, we had to also deal with a big club like Liverpool coming in and stealing Romero. I'd say we still did like a solid 6. It could have been better, but it could have been a lot worse. We could have lost Heung-min Son, etc. Now, we do still have 65 million left. We're going to keep that for January. But you know what? We got to survive until January as well. We're right now 13th in the Premier League. That is simply unacceptable. We're getting back into Premier League action, this time against Burnley, and all our new players are making their debut in this one. We got Kevin Danso, of course, at the back. I don't know if he can fill Romero's boots, but hey, we need him to do a job. And also Mbuemo, big expectations from him as he's already broken through. Still Mbuemo almost scored. Maybe we shouldn't be judging a book by its cover. Players like Mbuemo could be a lot better than we think. Oh, but without Romero, our defense has been leaky, and fair enough. Burnley score. Bro, if we lose this game, that'll be 3 consecutive Premier League defeats. And it'll also put us in a relegation battle. Things need to be better here. One thing about Mbuemo is he's asking for the ball a lot, and he goes on these runs, which are looking really nice. He needs to link up with Son, which he's doing. Now Tel, our attack is combining, which is good to see. We tried to get it in, but it didn't work. We're going to have to give our attack time to combine. Now on the attack we go. Bentancur. Looking for James Maddison. Seeing Heung-min Son, who is our savior right now, as he looks back in for Maddison, finding a bit of space. We needed that. And it is good to see someone apart from Son score. Oh, but why does our defense get opened up so easily? But Danso, that was absolutely no nonsense. He'll fit right into the Premier League with tackles like that. Yuri Tielemans. Lovely ball for Mbuemo, who tries to bring it inside. This is what he's good at. Looking for James Maddison. Now we're starting to see Spurs combining well. What a ball for Heung-min Son. And let's go. We've taken the lead. That is the kind of football we want to play here at Spurs. Oh, Matthias Tel has gotten in behind. He's got the strength to keep going forward. And there's the finish as well. This is what we need from this Spurs team. This gives me hope, boys, that no matter what happened in the window, the likes of Romero going, we can still keep fighting with this Spurs team. And we are climbing up, boys. 7th in the Premier League now. I think if we're being realistic, this season our goal has to be to somehow make it to top 4. Because once we qualify for Champions League football, it'll allow us to attract way better talent. And ultimately, that's what we're going to need if we want to make Spurs a team that wins trophies consistently. And talking about trophies, we've got the round 3 of the Carabao Cup where we're up against Newcastle. Why do we get these difficult draws, man? Can't we just get like championship teams? But you know what, boys? I'm going to be extremely shameless. We are treating the Carabao Cup like it's our Champions League. So I'm going to start this team. Basically our strongest player in almost every position, apart from maybe Archie Gray coming in. I've never been more serious about any trophy than this Carabao Cup. We are going to knock out Newcastle here. And already a chance here as James Maddison has broken through. He gets it on his right foot. Blocked and cleared away. Back for Maddison, though. We need some runners, and Udogie is making that run. Cut back for Son. Now it is Mbuemo making the run, and what a finish. Mbuemo, fair enough. I didn't even see him in that position initially. Do you know what? I really expected our team to kind of fall apart after Romero's departure. Also, the kind of signings we made, they weren't super exciting. But what I'm starting to notice is that we've built a solid team. Like, everybody's gelling well with each other. And Mbuemo is doing really well linking up. I mean, what a pass that is for Tel. Should be a goal, and it is. The football we're playing, man, it's amazing. With that, we're now through to round 4 of the Carabao Cup. West Ham is whom we're facing. This, I think, is the round of 16. We're getting close, boys. We are actually getting close. If we knock out West Ham, Spurs are going to be in a quarterfinal. But okay, because our focus is so much in the Carabao Cup, it has affected us in the Premier League. We're down to 9th. And we've got our first real Premier League test heading to Old Trafford to face Man United.
You sure about that?
Now, the good thing is, these guys are in their banter era just like us. So I actually think with the form we've been in lately, we might have a chance here. Also, boys, you're seeing Archie Gray there in the middle. I genuinely think he's good enough to be a starter these days. Even better than Bentancur. So yeah, I'm making a big decision by playing him in a game like this. Oh, but we've conceded an opportunity. Vicario making a big save. We're going to need him all game long. Look at the space we've got. Mbuemo, you got to make that run. And that's what he's doing. Here he goes. Mbuemo on the charge. He's going to try and cut this one back. No, it wasn't the best of passes. But here's Archie Gray on the ball. We are keeping the pressure on Manchester United here. Mbuemo again on his left foot. Looking for passing options. Finds it with Maddison. No penalty. Ref didn't give it. What? And now Manchester United on the other end with Mount. We cleared it away. Pedro Porro gets it away. And now Tel is on the charge. We made a big decision paying all that money to bring him from Bayern Munich. But he's paying dividends there. Brilliantly done. That was a proper striker's goal. The way he avoided the defender. All that talk about potentially us signing Harry Kane. But instead we might be building our very own version. But come on, man. We need to get the job done. A win at Old Trafford. It could completely kickstart our season. But this is where we need to be managing. Danso, that is brilliant defending. No, he just sidestepped away. Udogie saves him. Danso, I think, owes Udogie one there. Oh, what a cross that is. But we defend that really nicely. Udogie is actually insane. And now we've got Yuri Tielemans on the charge. He could find a pass, and he does so. with Tel, and that first touch from Tel was absolutely incredible, but he couldn't get the finish. And Mbuemo now looking to make amends for those misses. Oh, he tried to be cheeky there, but it didn't work. Bro, I'm hoping all these missed chances won't come back to haunt us. There's only about a minute left, though, and I don't think it's going to be a problem. In fact, we could be able to get another one. Tel again. Brilliantly done. 2-0 at Old Trafford. Who would have thought after the transfer window we had, we'd be having a win like this? Oh, and for the first time this season, we have broken into the top 4. Crazily enough, we're only like 3 points off the top with Aston Villa leading. But the comeback we've made after losing to the likes of Brentford and Brighton early on. I also think we've built an incredibly well-balanced team. Youngsters are performing. The experienced ones are also leading. In fact, I think now I would probably have Archie Gray as a starter over Bentancur because he's been doing the job. But yeah, this Spurs team is now starting to look very underrated. But being underrated is not what we want to be. We want to be the team that brings silverware to Spurs. Carabao Cup round of 16. Again, we're taking this seriously with our strongest 11. We're in brilliant form. We got to keep marching on. And that's what we're trying to do with Heung-min Son. Taking one from distance. Good save. Do you know what? A set-piece goal would be nice, but Archie Gray's header. And Mbuemo looking for Son. Oh, I tried to scoop that one for Tel, but you know what? The understanding we're seeing now between our 3 attackers, it's brilliant. Oh, but West Ham have managed to break through here, and oh my days, that was a rocket ship in the back of the net. Mitrovic, what's he doing back in the Premier League? Nah, man, it can't be the same old story with Spurs. We've been in great form. We can't let us get knocked out like this. Tielemans trying to get one back, but a good save. And Son looking to slide the one for Mbuemo, who went for it, but couldn't get there. We could actually go 2-0 down, bro. This is insane. Vicario making the save. Are Spurs doing a Spursy once again? I can't believe what's happening here. We do not look like the team that beat Man United at Old Trafford, but the game's not over yet. We still have chances. Madison looking back for Tel, finding space, but he couldn't do anything. Do you know what? I still believe in this Spurs team that we can get the job done. Here's Mbuemo now. Taking it wide, bringing it back inside, looking for Madison. That's what we needed. Madison, no! You'd back him 9 times out of 10 to score from there. Bro, the clock is ticking. We're trying everything we know. Mbuemo's on the charge again. Looking for Matthias Tel. Cut back inside for Madison. I can't believe the tackle was made there. Is it going to be the same old for Spurs? Hopefully not, as we keep trying. Mbuemo looking for Heung-min Son. He's got an in behind. Son! It goes through the keeper. We needed a bit of luck. Heung-min Son gets us that. And I think we've taken this game to extra time, boys. Oh my days. Oh, wait. Does it go straight to pens? Oh my days, it goes straight to pens. I was not expecting this, boys. Our fate of the Carabao Cup is decided here, and Vicario makes the first save. Mbuemo's only recently joined us. He's got a big moment here, and he misses the pen. Spurs are bottlers, man. We need to make a save here. Bowen scores his pen. Okay, there's no way Yuri Tielemans is missing this penalty. He's banging this in. That's what's up. Come on, Vicario. One more save like you made the first one. Yes, Vicario. I believe in Matters. Matters, you gotta do it. Gotta do it for Spurs. There you go. So far, we're leading, boys. Mitrovic and Vicario, the hero. Oh, and of course, it had to fall to Heung-min Son. He's got the chance to keep our Carabao Cup hope alive. Can Son do it? It needs to be perfect. And he misses. I want to cry. I really do. But if we save this penalty, we're still going to go through, but we don't save it. Instead, it's going to fall on Pedro Porro's shoulders. We already missed a game-winning penalty. Porro's got to score this, man. I don't care. I'm banging the stop bins. There you go. We were not getting knocked out like this in the Carabao Cup. This Spurs team is different. It's going to be the one to break the curse. Our journey, though, with Spurs has only just begun, and things are finally getting exciting. Today could be the day Spurs finally win a trophy.
How? Hold on, bro. How?
And it will be about time, because since 2008, this club has been trophyless. That trophy cabinet is literally empty, gathering dust. But today, we could change that by winning the Carabao Cup. I know it's not the most prestigious of trophies, but we're Spurs, and at this point, I will take any silverware. But there's still a long road ahead. We've only made it to the quarterfinals. But we do have the momentum, as knocking out West Ham on penalties was a big boost. And with the signings we've made, the likes of Mbuemo, Tielemans, we're playing the best football I think we've ever played. United. But is this a joke? We've drawn Arsenal in the Carabao Cup quarterfinals. A North London derby to decide whether we'll even have a chance to win a trophy. This is not good. We're back again, guys, with the Spurs career mode. And honestly, I'm really enjoying this one. The way we've built this team out. You guys were super happy as well with the signing of Mbeumo. And overall, it just felt that we've got a really good balance in the team. And that's why I'm already dreaming about winning trophies. But yeah, a North London derby, I'm not confident. I'll just be honest. Let's make no mistake. Arsenal are on a completely different planet in terms of the players they have. The likes of Saka, Declan Rice. We're still figuring out our project. We're not on the same level. But you know what? We can't be going into this game with this kind of a mindset. It's a defeatist mentality. We gotta be believing more. Because, hey, it's a derby and anything can happen. Now, the good thing is we still have a couple of months before that big game against Arsenal. Until then, we just gotta keep growing. Get our players to perform better. Keep figuring out what works and what doesn't. Because, yeah, boys, we're taking the Carabao Cup seriously. We're gonna give everything in that game against Arsenal. For me, that's basically like a Champions League quarterfinal. Meanwhile, guys, I was going through some of your comments and you lot were praising my managerial ability and decisions. Signing Mbeumo was your best decision as Spurs coach. He's so underrated. Now, I'd love to say that I'm a genius and I saw something special in Mbeumo. The truth is, we weren't allowed to sign players from Champions League clubs, and that really limited who we could sign. Mbeumo seemed like the perfect option, and I'm really glad it's worked out because he is definitely a gem. 84 rated, and I actually went back and saw his stats for Brentford. This man has been carrying them on their back, and I'm glad we've got him at our club now. Meanwhile, a lot of you guys made me realize that Kevin Danso was actually already a Spurs player. My ball knowledge is just getting exposed because I had no idea. I remember he was on loan with us last season, but we didn't end up using him, and then I went ahead and signed him this year. Apparently, he's got like a buyout clause in real life and he's going to join Spurs. But hey, we made it happen unknowingly. Right now, we're gearing up to play Newcastle in the Premier League, and I know most of our focus this season has been on the Carabao Cup for obvious reasons. We're trying to break that Spurs trophy curse, but the Premier League is ultimately the bigger one. More important, we need to get back to playing European football. And so far, we are fourth, and I'm hoping we can get ourselves a solid win here against Newcastle. Keep that going. Chance it for Solanke, but a big save. One thing, though, that you would remember that happened in the last episode was Christian Romero leaving. That was a really rough one, but seemingly it hasn't really affected us because look at us now. We're playing great football even without him. Madison has completely gone through. Gonna square it for Solanke and a simple tap in. I think this season what we've successfully managed to do is build a team. And I mean a proper team. Players that play for each other. Yes, we do have that one superstar in Son, but he's a hardworking player as well. And you can see that in the way we link up, the way we defend. It's a brilliant atmosphere to have at the club. Oh, but Isaac this time has gone through. Vicario with the save, and we couldn't stop conceding. Now, okay, everything's not perfect here at Spurs. We're not the best club in the world just because our players play like a team and all. But we're going in the right direction. I feel so much more confident than last year. But yeah, none of it is going to matter if we can't get the results here. Vicario making another save. And on the charge we are with Mbeumo, who sees Solanke inside. No, that should have been a goal. I haven't felt the absence of Romero thanks to how good Danso's been, so fair play. Oh, but Isaac again with the charge. And Danso, how good is he? Oh, Mbeumo's gone through. Nope. He's gone through with his right foot. No. Son is still on the attack, though, looking for Mbeumo. This time, though, he's got onto his left foot. Can he do something? No, he gets tackled. I actually can't believe this, boys. Isaac has just gone through and stolen the win away for Newcastle. Bro, you heard I was saying that we've built a different kind of Spurs team. And honestly, I thought we were the better team on the pitch. But the result has just been stolen away from us. And with that result, we've been pushed out of the top 4. It's like the news game that we drew Arsenal in the Carabao Cup, but what? The draw got changed? What on earth is happening here?
You're joking.
I'm not happy because we've actually drawn Liverpool, which is just as worse. But what is going on in this game? I don't even know if this draw is going to actually stick. Are we facing Liverpool? Or is it going to change? Who is managing these Carabao Cup draws, man? The annoying thing is if they wanted to change our opponents, they couldn't have given us like Brentford or Bournemouth. Why did it have to be Liverpool? But anyways, guys, we've got bigger stuff to figure out now. Got to get this team back to winning ways. Do you know what? I did say Archie Gray's awesome and he should be starter. But I do feel like sometimes he's not ready for it. He's still young. He's learning. I think Bentancur's experience is what we need to just get back to winning ways. And also, Also, since we're heading to Stamford Bridge to play Chelsea, this is not going to be an easy game at all. But hey, if we want to actually win the Carabao Cup, these are the kind of teams we're going to need to get a result against. The good thing is we do have our full first team back for this. Madison, Tielemans, everybody's playing. In the last game against Newcastle, I did have to rotate the squad because of course, that intense Carabao Cup round of 16 game we had. It went to literally penalties. But yeah, with the first team back, I'm able to open up defenses a lot more easier. And here's Mbuemo looking for maybe Heung-min Son finding space, and that's what he does. If Mbuemo and Son can keep combining like this, I don't think there's many teams that can stop us. Oh, Chelsea do got the coldest player of all time in Palmer, and he's looked for a nice pass for Felix. We need to be defending well, and we have done that here. And again, we need to do it against, of course, Palmer. What a pass that was, man. Nicholas Jackson now, and big save Vicario. Mbuemo. Oh, that's a brilliant pass for Matthias Tel. And when he gets in those positions, he misses. Brilliant. He normally doesn't miss, boys. I don't know what happened there. Good ball inside for Tel. The way he controlled that, and he gets the finish this time. This is the kind of performances I was talking about. When we're at our best, I feel like we've got this Spurs team playing some really good football. All right, that's job done against Chelsea. And would you look at that? With recent results, we've climbed up to second in the Premier League. But I don't know what world we're living in. Aston Villa are seemingly perfect this season. They're like 8 points above us. But still, at the start of the season, we set our goal to finish top 4, qualify for Champions League football. So far, we're doing a really good job of that in the Premier League. But now it's time for us to turn our attentions towards the Carabao Cup, the trophy I so desperately want to win. I think we've got our team going into this game in good form. I still have one big doubt though. Who do I start for this big game? Archie Gray or Bentancur? I saw against Chelsea, Bentancur gave us that experience. But you know what? I've got a feeling having Archie Gray's energy there will be needed to counter the way Liverpool play with their high press and everything. Also, I'm wondering if Liverpool are going to take the Carabao Cup as seriously as us. We're treating it like it's the Champions League by using our best team. I wonder if Liverpool are going to start the likes of Virgil van Dijk, Trent, and of course, Christian Romero, the man they signed from us. Literally, the reason he left us to join Liverpool was to win trophies, and he could prove himself right here by knocking us out. And nah, man, we absolutely can't allow that. This game is one of the most important games in my managerial career. I want to beat Liverpool and make it to the semis of the Carabao Cup. Do you know what? I'm having a cheeky pick on Liverpool's team. They are playing the likes of Salah, but they have benched Romero and Van Dijk, so they aren't using their best team. And I'm hoping that is something we can take advantage of as Mbuemo looks for Tel. Oh, he chests that one brilliantly and keeps hold of the ball somehow. Still Tel strikes it, but it's wide. Oh, that was a bad one on Mbuemo. Only a yellow card, but it gives us a free kick in a ridiculously good position. I think we got to take this with Madders. He's one of the best free kick takers in our squad. But I think this might be a bit too much, man. But if Madders can score this, the roof will be off. And Madders, oh my days, one of the greatest free kicks I think I've ever scored. James Maddison, that is unbelievable. Nah, bro, from this distance out, the way he called that in, it couldn't have been more perfect. And I'm telling you, man, if there's a Spurs side that can break the curse, it is this one. We're right now on a brilliant roll, and let's just keep this going. The job's not done yet, though. I told you the job is not done yet, though, because Liverpool are going to keep coming forward. A proper chance, that and just wide. We're going to hang on like this for the next 40 minutes, boys. Mo Salah looking for that pass inside, and they found space. Done so. What a legend. And now we could look for the pass for Tel, and he's got the pace to run through. What a chance this is. Matthias Tel on that right foot. No. I don't know why I tried to cut inside there. Oh, Maddis is going to try one from the edge of the box, and it comes off the post. That could have been the end of this game. We still need just one goal to end this, and we finally might get it. Heung-min Son does the job. 70th minute. We keep marching on, boys. The Carabao Cup dream. Gosh, it's so shameless that we're taking this so seriously. But we're actually through to the semi-finals, man. I can't believe this. And yes, boys, I'm so happy we've avoided facing Arsenal or Chelsea in the semis. We're going to be facing Brentford. Should be a relatively easy job. No, I'm not underestimating them, but it's just the truth. Arsenal would have been intense. Chelsea too would be difficult. But I really do think over 2 legs we can see Brentford off. And also, the good thing is, the Brentford games are going to be in January. The transfer window will be open then. And we still do have about 65 million left in cash, so that money could come in real good use. It's looking good, boys. Our chances of actually winning a trophy with Spurs have never been higher. One thing, though, we got to focus on is not bottling the Premier League. I know it's intense playing midweek games, and we're going to have to rotate our squad because of that. But you know what? We actually have a good squad, you know. So Lanke, Brennan Johnson coming in. Bergval can play. You guys guys have been telling me to put Dragusin in the lineup as well. He's going to play this game. This is a proper chance for the squad players to shine as well. Oh, Dragusin is having a change, and you guys told me he's good. And well, he's proving you guys right, because, man, that was good defending. And also, one kid I really want to test out in this game is Brennan Johnson. He's not got the opportunity this season to shine. Maybe he can now as he finds a bit of space. No, couldn't get the shot off. And yes, Bentancur's found a bit of space. He's going to strike that one off the post and in. Are you joking? Now, that's something I don't think Archie Gray would have been able to do. Bentancur gets it done. There's Dragusin again doing the defensive work. Bro, for a 72 or 73 rated player, this guy's a beast. It's literally 3v1, and fair enough. Darwin Núñez scores. I don't know what's he doing at Nottingham. But come on, I do think we've been the better team so far. Pedro Porro looking for options. Heung-min Son, the header, no. Oh, Dragusin is having to really fight Darwin Núñez, but this time he couldn't, and they score. Everything was going so well up until this point, and Núñez has now just ruined it. Oh, what a ball from Son and Brennan Johnson. That's the worst touch I've ever seen. Your guys' ball knowledge is actually exposed because, man, Brennan Johnson, he's not been good in this game. Okay, maybe Brennan Johnson's getting his redemption. No, again. Did you see that extra touch he took? I still have no idea how we lost this game. Like, Brennan Johnson. Bro, if you were trying to prove that you're better than Mbeumo, you've absolutely failed at that in this game. And with that, we've dropped down to 4th in the Premier League. I can't believe there are 4 teams with 33 points. And also, how on earth are Aston Villa so good? But we have made it now to January, and this is where we got to start worrying about the Carabao Cup too. And by the way, Bentancur, his contract's expiring in 6 months. Now, no matter whether we prefer him or Archie Gray, one thing's for sure, we can't allow him to leave for free. And so I plan to give him a 3-year extension. I reckon we can get away with giving him just a small wage bump up to 90,000 per week. And yup, he's got no problems in signing that. At least he's not going to be leaving for free. Now, I know in January we've got one eye on the Carabao Cup games. We've got to also focus on building and improving our squad. And since it's the transfer window and we've actually got a bit of cash, I do have a few plans. And funnily enough, it does involve the CDM position. Even though we just signed Bentancur on a new deal, that was mostly to just prevent him from leaving on a free contract. I do think that is the one position where we need a serious improvement, and maybe this window we're going to go for it. We're going to take our time though, we're not going to rush into making a decision. If you guys have any suggestions for CDM signings, let me know. But also another thing that you guys have been telling me, talents like Mikey Moore, Wilson Odobert, even Yang Min Hyuk, the next Heung-min Son, they're all not really getting that much game time at the club. It's because we're not playing European football. There isn't really much of a reason to rotate. So I think the best play would be to loan them out. And of course, in the future, there will be a time where we'll need them. Meanwhile, boys, the serious business is about to begin. The Carabao Cup semi-finals. Oh, this is rough, boys. Del is not fully fit. I think Solanke is going to have to do the job. Honestly, having both Solanke and Del in the club is unreal, because I think they're both really good. And here we go, boys, up against Brentford. It's only the first leg, but we can't mess this up, boys. We're the heavy favorites. Solanke, and I know he sees the run of Heung-min Son. That's what you want. Son finding space. Nope. Going for goal, but what a save. The elements. Looking for Mbeumo. Could link up with Son. That first touch was lovely. And Son, he's put it wide. You'd bet your house on Son scoring from there. Okay, no issues. We're still in this game, but not with passes like that. Are we starting to feel the pressure of a semi-final? Maybe yes, we are, because Brentford are getting forward here. Danso doing well. We are defending well. That's the good thing. Oh, I see you making that run, Solanke. We're going to find you. I think he's kept himself onside as well. Solanke strikes that so well. He deserved a goal. No. Not this way. Not this way. Oh, that could have been a penalty. We're definitely lucky. Danso, no, and that is a penalty. Bro was about to channel his inner Rudiger. He was going to beef with the ref. Vicario, you're going to need to save us, man. And now he's gone down the middle. Are Spurs about to do a Spursy? 1-0 down in the first leg of the Carabao Cup semi-finals. This is unreal.
I'm done. Cut the show. I'm done. Take me off.
Bro, it could actually get worse. Van de Ven saved us there. We can't afford to concede another. Remember, it's a 2-leg tie. Let's be smart about this. Oh, and what a ball that is for Mbeumo. He needs to get it onto his left foot, but he couldn't curl it back in. Mbeumo We need this. We need this, Embuemo. We need this, and Embuemo has come up clutch. Look at what it means to this club. A goal to keep us alive in the semi-finals. And that's full time, guys. We fight on. I think we're still in a good spot. Second leg's going to be played at home. But, man, we can't afford to make the mistake of underestimating Brentford. There's a reason they're in the semi-finals. Okay, the second leg against Brentford is going to be in February, which means now is the time for us to sort out whatever transfer plan we've got. The main thing, though, for us is to sign a new CDM. Ideally, I'm looking for someone better than Bentancur, but don't forget, we've still got the still limitations. We cannot sign players from Champions League clubs. And okay, I may have found the perfect player in La Liga, Johnny Cardoso. He's been balling out for Real Betis in real life, but Betis don't play in the Champions League. Also, this man is teammates now with Anthony, so he might have learned something from the goal. Besides that, I've learned this from you guys in the comments. Cardoso is actually linked with Spurs, and Spurs have like a buy option on him. Now, the only buy option we've got is to pay his release clause, which of course I'm not going to do. I'm thinking if I can put in like Bentancur in a swap deal, we'd be trading out a 28-year-old and getting in a 24-year-old that's higher rated. This could be really smart. I think we'll have to chuck in around 18 million as well. And okay, Betis have completely flipped the deal. They instead want Brennan Johnson.
You serious?
Nah, I'm not willing to give them that. We'll have to get this deal done in cash. What about 35 mil? Okay, 38 and a half. I can make that work. Let's go. And there you go, boys. We've got the American Johnny joining Spurs.
Welcome, American Johnny.
Now, with the Cardoso signing, I think our team is pretty good for the season. We've still got a bit of money left. But yeah, with the restrictions we've got in terms of transfers, there isn't really an improvement we can make. Also, in this window, I was able to loan out Wilson Odobert. He's off to Fulham. And Yang Min Hyuk is off to Fiorentina. For some reason, nobody wanted Mikey Moore, so I guess we'll keep him part of the squad. But with that, boys, the window is done. We're in February. Oh, but we might still be able to respond to offers. Richarlison. Do you know what? I'm so happy with Solanke and Tel. I don't mind taking this money, man. Maybe next season it'll come to use. For now, though, it's the second leg of the Carabao Cup semis that we need to focus on. And bro, look at who's made it to the final. Arsenal. Well, that North London derby that was supposed to happen in the quarterfinals, it could happen in the final. But that is only if we get the job done here in the second leg. Now, you might notice for some reason we are playing away from home. Guys, career mode is completely glitched right now. There is some kind of an issue right now, which I don't know if you guys have experienced, that just does not allow you to go past a certain date. That was kind of happening to me. I thought the save was gone, but I was able to recreate a lot of it. So we've got it fixed for now. Everything else should be the same, just that we're once again playing away from home, which kind of is a disadvantage. But hey, we need to still get the job done against Brentford. We're the favorites. Oh, and here's Tell, who's broken through. What a chance. And Matthias Tell, that's what we needed. In that first leg, we really struggled to impose ourselves. This time, Tell gets the job done. Also, you would have noticed in this game, we've got the former Real Betis man, Johnny Cardoso, making his debut. Kinda need him to perform. And on the charge we go with Embuemo. Oh, he's brilliant at finding those passes. Cutting it back inside for Tell. That was brilliant build-up play. Deserved a goal. Oh, and Embuemo's gone through as well as he dribbles past the keeper. That's gotta be a pen. And the ref points straight to the spot. And you know there's only one man stepping up here. Heung-min Son. Pressure's on. And this time he converts his penalty. I do remember he missed in the shootout before. But now we're in complete control. One more goal and I think we should have our spot booked. Oh, and Dallas picked his pocket and he's got the finish in the bag as well. The job's done. We're making it to the final. A North London derby to decide whether we'll be ending Spurs' trophy drought. I'm ready for this, boys. Next episode, it's going to be pure cinema. The curse of Tottenham. Trophyless since 2008. Countless managers like Mourinho and Antonio Conte, they've tried to change this club, but they've failed. And even when I took on the job, you guys didn't believe that we could change this club. But here we are in the Carabao Cup final, gearing up to play Arsenal, a North London derby final. Of course it had to be this way. Now, I know in my previous final we lost the Europa League, but this season we've managed to build one of the most well-balanced Spurs sides in a long long time. Players like Mbuemo, T-Elements, Johnny Cardoso. And of course, everything is built around our captain Heung-min Son. And I don't think we'll have a better chance of ending the curse, winning our first trophy and starting a new era. We must win this final. Here we go, boys. Back again with the Spurs career mode, and I'm already nervous. Why did it have to be like a North London derby in the final? That's added pressure that we didn't really need. And I'm already getting flashbacks of how we bottled the Europa League final, man. But nah, guys, our team is definitely a lot better now. Of course, in the January window, we were able to sign Johnny Cardoso. Every player in this team now is 80 plus rated. In fact, I do feel like it's the most balanced Spurs team since at least Harry Kane's departure. Now, we do still have like a month before that final against Arsenal. And our goal until then is to just keep building confidence, keep winning Premier League games. And actually, because of how much our focus has been on the Carabao Cup, we've kind of ignored the Premier League. And because of that, we've completely fallen off. We're 5th now in the standings. Man City have taken back a huge lead at the top. Arsenal as well, 10 points clear. I don't know if we did the right thing, but the truth is, winning that trophy mentally can just completely change the club. And maybe that's why we did make the right call, focusing more on the Carabao Cup. But only time will tell. It'll only be worth it if we win the trophy. But for the next month or so, let's keep the focus on the Premier League, get those results. Because financially for this club, getting top 4, I think is way more important than winning a trophy. You guys saw how difficult it was making signings this season. So many limitations. We need to become a Champions League club soon. And already, Mbuemo, can he get the shot off? And he just about can. What a finish. No wonder you guys in the comment section have been raving about just how good Mbuemo is. Honestly, when we signed him, I didn't think he was going to be this good. But he's turned out to being probably our best transfer. And we've also got Tell, who's been a phenomenal transfer. Did you see the play? They should have finished that, though. Sometimes, though, defensively, we do get caught out. But we've got Van de Ven's pace to, help us out in those instances. I really think our team is so well balanced. I'm just hoping when that game comes against Arsenal, everybody is playing at their very best, because we're going to need it. Guys, I'm already thinking about the Carabao Cup final, man, and it's got me super tense. Let's not let that affect us here, because we still need to keep getting those wins in the Premier League. And we're going to keep doing that as Matthias Stella's got an in behind. That's a really calm and collected finish. Job done against Burnley. And okay, we're back in the top 4 with that win. And look at Fulham and Newcastle. They're right behind us. We need to be looking upwards, though. And honestly, before the Carabao Cup final, if we can cut the gap we've got with Arsenal down a bit, I think it could be huge. I don't want to go into the final with them being 10 points clear. But that, though, we got to keep getting results in the Premier League. Son, brilliantly done there to find Madison. Yeah, this is a proper chance. Madison looking for Dell. Should have attacked that better. Easy. Oh, and look at that challenge from Johnny Boy. I'm telling you, man, Cardoso's been a great signing. But talking about good signings, Mbuemo is him as he goes through and puts it wide. Just as I was praising him, man, he couldn't have put this in. Oh, but our defense has been opened up. Dancer's doing a good job to cut off all angles, and Van de Ven's recovery there. The defense is definitely doing its job in this game, so maybe our attack can also do their job. Across Patel on the volley. Should have scored that. Oh, but Son, what a ball for Mbuemo. That is such a well-worked goal. Oh, but Brighton are trying to come back, but look at the way we're defending. Van de Ven is an absolute beast. Oh, what a cross that is, though. And a bicycle kick attempt. Vicario with the save. Bro, we need that second goal, boys, because I can sense Brighton trying to get back into this. And Heung-min Son, I don't know how he sneaked that in. He is so good. I mean, that was literally a rocket ship into the back of the net. Now, with our recent wins in the Premier League, we have fought off Newcastle. We're now 4 points clear of them. But look at Arsenal, man. They're still 10 points ahead of us. And that's starting to make me scared for the Carabao Cup final, man. They haven't lost a single game in the Premier League this season. But let's worry about that later, because now we've got another cup competition, FA Cup. I think this should be the round of 16, so it is pretty important. I mean, hey, I would love to win 2 trophies in a single season with Spurs. Let's not get greedy. I think in the FA Cup for now, we're going to have to manage our squad, use some of our second team players, the likes of Brennan Johnson, Archie Gray, Bergvall. In fact, I want to also use Mikey more. We couldn't loan him out because nobody wanted him for some reason, but he needs to get game time if we want to grow him. And maybe this FA Cup game is a right chance for him to showcase his talent. Oh, and Mikey Moore's gone through. Should be a finish, and it is. Let's go. The youngster that nobody wanted on loan. He's showcasing his talent here in the FA Cup. I'm actually really happy that Mikey Moore's performing, guys, because he might be one of the players that in the future is leading this Spurs team. But for that, we've got to give him that chance to shine. And also, one other youngster I want to see performing better is Brennan Johnson, who's gotten past this man, but the finish lacking. Mikey Moore looking for the pass for Dominic Solanke. He does not miss an opportunity. In the box, Solanke is unreal. And in all honesty, our second team has made light work of this die. This is not great. We've drawn Manchester United in the FA Cup. But you know what? We have beaten them before. I think we can take the fight to them. But man, we're also now in the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. 2 trophies this season could actually be possible. Premier League might be a bit too much. City are way ahead of us. But we're still in that fight for top 4 and looking solid. Our team is growing incredibly well as well. But now we're on the eve of the big night. Carabao Cup final. Spurs have not won a trophy since 2008. This is why we took up the job, to fill their trophy cabinet. And this could be the beginning of that, to change the mindset, the mentality of the club. And here we are, heading to Wembley for the final. Nah, bro, I don't think I've ever been this nervous for a game. And it's just the Carabao Cup. But you guys know we've been treating the Carabao Cup like it's the Champions League this year. For that trophy, we need the team to give everything, put their bodies on the line. Oh, but this does not make me excited, man. Gabriel Martinelli's been in great form. 4 goals in his last 3 games. We're gonna have to contain this Arsenal team somehow. Bro, I've never been this nervous, man. It's been such a journey, this Carabao Cup. But let's keep believing. We need to be the ones to impose ourselves early on. Son taking a shot from a difficult angle, forcing a save out of Raya. And this is what we need to do. Keep piling up the pressure in Arsenal. Pedro Porro putting in a ball into the box. Falls for Son. Couldn't get the shot off. But now it's Madison getting one off, and he's actually scored. I can't believe this. We've taken the lead against Arsenal. North London derby. Madison out of nothing. Nah, man. Madison, you absolute legend. I don't know how he's pulled that off with his weaker left foot. But, bro, this has completely changed the complexion of this game. We are leading a final with Spurs. We're in uncharted territory here. Oh, but it's Arsenal already on the attack here. It's Bukayo Saka, Odegaard, the football they played there. Vicario keeping us in it. But, man, 10 minutes in and this final has completely come alive. We are defending well. Get the ball away. What are we doing? Not gonna lie, though. Since our goal, it's been all Arsenal with the ball, moving it around. They've got Victor Gyökeres as well, who's broken through. And no, we've just been opened up. Odegaard, their captain, scores. Well, this is a North London derby, a cup final as well. It's not going to be easy. We're going to have to fight. Man, it's so difficult dealing with the likes of Saka. Van de Ven made that look easy, though. And can we do something on the break here? Matthias Stell controlling that one. Right-footed effort, and it's saved. Porro looking for a cross. Matthias Stell, the control. Why did he hit it? I was trying to volley that one in. Bro, those are the fine details that end up costing you a final. We can't afford to do that. And now Arsenal with a chance here. Bukayo Saka volleying that one. Vicario with the save. Nah, bro, this final is getting crazy. Johnny Cardoso doing his job defensively. Oh, Victor Gyökeres has gone through, and there's no catching him. Udogi's trying his best. Pedro Porro, and thankfully that shot was wide. But man, just the first half of this Carabao Cup final. After our early lead, it's been all Arsenal. They've been all over us. And I really do feel like we're in uncharted territory. Do I make any changes here? That's the question. Maybe bringing on Brennan Johnson? Probably not, though, because I need Mbuemo and Son on the pitch. Archie Gray's energy could be good, but Cardoso is solid in the midfield, too. I'm so confused. I'm second-guessing every decision I'm making. But we're still in this, boys. It's 1-1. All we need is one more goal. And then defending for our lives. We can get it done. Unless we concede, though. Victor Gyökeres. And no. Not this way. Not this way. Odegaard again. We're trailing in a cup final. And the last time this happened in the Europa League final, we had no answers. We got to keep trying, though, as Heung-min Son has broken through. Still Son. But he took so much time. We need changes, bro. Something needs to change. I'm going to bring on Archie Gray, I think. It's not been Matthias Stell's night, so I'm thinking maybe Solanke. For now, though, I'm just going to bring on Archie Gray. Let's keep Tell on for a bit more. Oh my days. Did that header just go in? I actually can't believe it. What is our luck, man? From a set piece. Of course, Arsenal from a set piece. We should have known. And guess who was defending Mikel Merino? It was Matthias Stell. I should have subbed him off. Bro, we're now 3-1 down to Arsenal. This is humiliating. And it could get even worse, boys. Gabriel Martinelli sinks us. It's over, boys. Arsenal 4, Spurs 1.
Come on! When is it gonna end, Robbie?
We've lost yet another cup final. The wait since 2008. It's going to continue, and I don't know when will it ever end. To get humiliated like this by our biggest rivals.
This is not a rivalry. They always kick our ass, so...
This was painful, man. I'm absolutely gutted. We've worked so hard this season to build a competitive team, but then when it matters, we go out and put a performance like this. And apparently the morale in the dressing room is just as bad. The players are completely deflated. I feel so bad for Son too. We convinced him to stay, made him believe in our project, and what have we given him in return? 2 finals where we've just gotten embarrassed. I'm starting to believe that maybe this is the history of the Tottenham. This is how things are going to be here. Now, we still do have to get the job done in the Premier League. Top 4 is a must. Also, we are alive in the FA Cup, but we're facing Man United. I'm really not sure what to expect from this. The FA Cup right now might be our only hope for a trophy, so let's just give everything. But already I can feel our players are deflated. Mentally, this is going to be a really tough game to win because this is right off that Carabao Cup defeat. Although Son has gotten in behind here, he's going to chest it down for Dell, who gets the job done. Maybe mentally the Spurs team is a lot stronger than we think. Oh, but Manchester United get right back in this side. This is what happened against Arsenal as well. This time Son is taking matters into his own hands as he does get the ball away to Tell. Back inside for Mbuemo, and come on. Pedro Porro's on the ball, and I know he can cross it. Oh, that's a good one for Son, and somehow he gets to it. Heung-min Son, what a ridiculous header. My respect for Son is so high right now. Even though we've lost 2 finals, he's not asked me to leave even once. His commitment to Spurs is massive, and here he is trying to do his best job to try and win us a trophy. Oh, it's the GOAT Anthony on the attack against us. Off the crossbar, we've gotten super lucky, and Xerxes misses. And now we get the ball to Mbuemo. I'm going to sweat this one for Son, who gets himself another goal. I think that should be enough to send Manchester United packing. Maybe our season isn't over yet. Yes, it was heartbreaking to lose the Carabao Cup final, but we've now knocked out Manchester United. But oh no, we've drawn Arsenal in the FA Cup. Another North London derby. It's not the final, but this should be enough for Arsenal to completely ruin our season. This is so frustrating, man. But you know what? It's also a chance for revenge. If we want to make Spurs a club that wins trophies, we're gonna have to conquer North London. What they did to us in the Carabao Cup final was just painful, and we've got a chance here to respond. And honestly, if we knock them out, we're gonna have either Aston Villa or Watford in the final. We can still win a trophy. Now, the good thing in the Premier League is despite all our focus on the cup competitions, we're still looking likely to secure top 4 with 3 points clear of Chelsea. It's looking good. But I really don't like seeing Arsenal at the very top. 77 points. What a season they're having. And bro, it just hit me. Arsenal could end up winning the Premier League. They've already won the Carabao Cup. Bro, if they knock us out in the FA Cup, they could pull off a domestic treble. Not just that, they're also alive in the Champions League. This is insane. We're literally up against prime Arsenal, who could end up winning a treble. Nah, man, we can't let that happen over our heads. We've not become the Spurs manager to see North London being painted red. Oh, but look at the bad luck. Pedro Porro is suspended for this game. We do have Jed Spence, who is decent. But yeah, Porro's going to be a big miss. Oh, I just realized the semi-finals in the FA Cup is also played at Wembley. So we're back again here. Since we lost the Carabao Cup final, it's a literal rematch.
A few moments later.
No, no, no. We're not letting them score. Danso doing really well, but Gyökeres getting another chance, and Arsenal have taken the lead. Bro, this is legit going to completely ruin our season, man. From having chances of winning 2 trophies to end up winning none. That's the usual Spurs thing, man. Oh, we've managed to break through here with Matthias Dell finding space. We needed that. A bit of hope. Dell with the goal. Honestly, I'm so proud of the character we've shown in this game. We've not let our heads drop. We are going for this. Matthias Dell is on the charge here, fighting with the defender. He gets past him. Big chance, but no Raya. How on earth has he pulled off a save like that? No, 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 no. Big save, Vicario on the other end. Saka could have completely ended us. And Son with a chance. Left foot. No, he's hit it straight at the keeper. What are we doing? Son, again though. Son, no, he's put it wide. I can't believe it in the 90th minute. Extra time, boys. Man, this is intense. This is draining mentally. But you know what? I'm proud of our Spurs team. We've fought with Arsenal, who are definitely the better team than us. But unlike that Carabao Cup final, we've given it everything here. But no, are we going to have nothing to show for it? Vicario again. I genuinely can't believe that save. And now on the other end, we might have a chance. Jed Spence. Jed Spence might still be able to do it. No, it gets double saved by Raya. Bro, both goalkeepers have been absolutely ridiculous. And looks like it will be the goalkeepers to decide everything. It's going to penalties. Bro, I'm so freaking nervous, man. I don't know what to expect. Kai Havertz and how, Vicario? You had to save that. Mbuemo now taking a pressure penalty. He thankfully puts it home. Gyökeres is just going to fire this one in. And no, he's missed. Yo, that's giving me hope. Yuri Telemans, he's got to get this one done. He does. Declan Rice, is he going to miss? Declan Rice, good pen. There's no way Madders is missing, boys. I'm putting this one top bins. That's what Madders does. Mikel Merino to take this one, and a cheeky chip. Fair play. We've still got the advantage, boys. Heung-min Son has missed penalties for us before, but not this time. Bro, it's Gabriel Martinelli stepping up, but if we make the savior, it's done. Arsenal are out. Martinelli scores, though. That means all the responsibility is on our striker, Matthias Dell. A youngster with such responsibility. It's brutal. But can he step up? And no, he's missed the pen. No, not this way. And Arsenal keeps scoring. I actually want to cry, boys. I feel like it's over for us. Like, we're going to miss at some point now. Cardoso thankfully scores. This is sudden death. Whoever blinks loses. Calafiori with this one. Vicario with the save. There is still hope. But it's freaking Udogie, our left back, taking this penalty. I don't even know where he's going to go. Udogie, he misses as well. What on earth is happening here? Saliba, he's missed as well. This is by far the craziest penalty shootout I've ever experienced. Danso, it's all on you now, bro. Just get this done, and it's over. We've knocked out Arsenal in one of the craziest penalty shootouts I've ever experienced. There is still hope for us to try and win a trophy. We're not giving up just yet. I'm losing my voice as well. It's now just one more game, guys. We're going to be facing Aston Villa in the FA Cup final. Bro, this is literally going to be my third final as Spurs boss. I know two have gone horribly wrong, but surely we've learned from our past mistakes. And by the way, this crazy focus we've been having on cup competitions, man, it's costing us in the Prem. We are still in the top 4, but Chelsea are right behind. But you know what? Right now, I don't even care. We've got a chance to create history with Spurs. Finally end their trophy curse. No. This is not good. Mbuemo is suspended. No. In a final, you need your best players. Mbuemo certainly has been one of them. Brennan Johnson, this is the biggest opportunity of your life. But I think that's the team we're going to be taking forward to Wembley. We got to do it for that man, Son, boys. He's walking us out for yet another final. And I can feel the tension in our players, boys. We are not looking relaxed. The only positive thing is we're facing Aston Villa. They too are in uncharted territory. They're not a club that wins trophies that often. On paper, we're definitely the better side. But look at that. They're already coming through with the attack off the post. Bro, that would have been horror show conceding in the first 5 minutes. We're lucky. And now we're going on the attack. Tielemans trying to find Son. I think he should get there. Heung-min Son, what's he gonna do? Looking for a cross. Matthias Dell, no, the header goes wide. Man, the way we knocked out Arsenal in the semi-finals, it feels like it's destiny for us to finally win this trophy. But you know what? It's Aston Villa continuously piling up the pressure, and again, the crossbar. Now I'm starting to really believe in the theory of destiny, because so far we've been so lucky. But that luck will eventually run out, boys. We need to play good football, create chances, and that's what Heung-min Son can do. Finding Matthias Dell. This is a proper chance. He's got a bit of space. Goes for goal, but it's Thibaut Martinez in net. We're going to have to really work hard to beat him. And here's young Brennan Johnson. Oh, I see Son in a good spot. What a cross that is for Son. Controlling that. Matthias Dell. It hits Son. No. This is the kind of luck Spurs have to deal with. This was literally going in the back of the net. It comes off Son. When stuff like this happens is when I start believing that maybe the Tottenham curse is real. Or we can't believe such stuff as we're playing some good football. Brennan Johnson puts it wide. Look at all the chances we've had, man. Son, though, edge of the box. There's only one man I can trust, but Emi Martinez is not going to let him finesse that. Brennan Johnson here looking for Matthew Estelle, who's gotten in behind, has to finish, and does. We've taken the lead in a cup final with Spurs. This is not a drill. As things stand, we are going to finally win a trophy. But everybody calm. We're only done with the first half. There's a lot of football left to be played. No. We've made a silly mistake at the back. I can't believe it. Danso's trying to cover as much ground as he can, but there's no point. That is the classic Spurs have done a Spursy moment. We literally gave the ball to Ollie Watkins. I mean, look at when I passed the ball. I thought my defenders were going to be there to take the pass, but they were just caught napping and Watkins was just quicker. Spurs have officially done a Spursy, boys. It's 1-1 and this is just getting too intense. Brennan Johnson looking for Yuri Tielemans as he dealt inside the box. We couldn't get it to him. Addison needs to pull out a brilliant pass, and that is exactly that to Matthew Estelle, who's finding a bit of space. Going for goal again, saved. I can sense some tired legs in this final, especially Dell. We're going to bring on Solanke. Archie Gray coming on for Cardoso. Richarlison on the bench. I haven't used him all season long. Brennan Johnson isn't doing too much. We need a goal. Let's try him out there. Trying a short corner, boys, because usually these work. Pedro Porro, maybe across to the back post. It's decent. Heading it back in. Heung-min Son. It has actually worked. 85th minute. What a moment. And it had to be Son as well. He could have left the club, thrown a tantrum, especially after we lost 2 finals. I'm sure clubs like Real Madrid, Barca, Bayern Munich, they would love to have him. Instead, he decided to remain here as Spurs captain. And now he's possibly scored the goal to win us the final. But the job's not done yet, boys. There's still 5 minutes left. Let's hold on to this. No way, we're not conceding. We are not conceding. No, Danso. How did you lose that? No. We cleared it away. Udogi, get it away. That's it. It's done. And yes, finally, boys, we've won Spurs a trophy. All my days. The first since 2008. Almost 2 decades. Look at the celebrations, boys. You know what it means to everyone here. But it definitely means the most to this man, Heung-min Son, lifting the trophy. We have ended Tottenham's curse. But I've got to hope that this is just the start. The Premier League season has come to an end and yes, we managed to hold on, finishing 4th. Champions League football for next year. And not just that, Arsenal ended up bottling the league.
That's typical.
But they also went unbeaten. Imagine going invincible, but not winning the league. By the way, I'm sure you would have noticed that the Premier League table was kind of all over the place occasionally. That's because I've had to restart the game a few times. I don't know what have EA done with the recent patches that it's completely broken career mode. But yeah, it didn't really affect us much, but definitely the teams around. Look at the stats though at the end of the season. Sonny with 25 goals. Mbuemo again, so underrated. Tell as well, we decided to trust him to be the main guy. Repaid us with 16 goals. I think we've really built a terrific foundation for future seasons. The best part is this team doesn't have the baggage as well. It's got that trophy, and I think it's finally time for us to start dreaming bigger. Going for the Premier League, being in the Champions League. Next season, it's time to take Tottenham to the next level. Ever since I became the Spurs boss, I've had only one goal: winning trophies. But for a while, I thought this was impossible. We lost the Europa League final. We even lost the Carabao Cup final. The media were questioning the mentality of this team. Is being trophyless just the history of Tottenham? Not under my watch. We managed to fight through and make it to the FA Cup final, where finally, 3rd time's the charm, we were able to win the FA Cup, create history, winning Tottenham's first trophy in years. But the moment I tasted that success, I knew I wanted more. I'm not stopping until we make Tottenham champions of England. Here we go, boys, back with the Spurs Career Mode Season 3. But don't mind me, I'm just taking a few moments just admiring our trophy cabinet. Because yes, we finally have a trophy. And honestly, the way it happened as well, it was so emotional. Losing, of course, the Europa League final the previous season. Then, of course, all that hope that we had in the Carabao Cup, only to get crushed by Arsenal. But then to go on and win the FA Cup. Sonny scoring the winner as well. Nah, man, it couldn't have been any more perfect. Talking about Heung-min Son, though, he has asked to have a meeting with me, and I'm not really sure what this is about.
Hey, boss, I'm gonna be honest. I've come here to submit my transfer request.
But Sonny, why? We won a trophy last year. We've qualified for Champions League. The board are also going to give me more money to invest in the club. My plan is to build an amazing team around you.
Boss, I'm 34 and my career is coming to an end. Winning a trophy with Spurs was my biggest dream. And now I want a fresh start. For everything I've given to this club, I was just hoping you could make this a smooth process for me.
I mean, all right, Sonny, if that's what you want, I'll see what I can do. This really hurts. I kind of had a sneaky feeling that something like this would happen, because the way Son celebrated after winning us the FA Cup, lifting that trophy, it kind of felt that he'd done his job. And you know what? Son has been nothing but loyal. Even when we lost the Europa League, the Carabao Cup, he didn't complain. He just went out there and got the job done, won us the FA Cup. And I think in our next part of this journey, it's gonna have to be without Son. Now, let's do the best we can and find Son a really good club. Come on, man, not Chelsea. Nah, Son wouldn't do that to us. Another London club in Aston Villa, nah. And now we're talking. Barcelona have come in for Heung-min Son. And funnily enough, it's a lot less than what we could get by selling him to a Premier League club. But you know what? I feel Son has earned this. He's earned to join a club like Barcelona, where he's guaranteed to win more trophies in the last stages of his career. And yes, it might cost us 8 to 10 million. And it's done. Sonny is leaving Spurs. But no hard feelings at all. He's done his job here, won us the FA Cup. And honestly, I'll be really hoping that he keeps winning trophies at Barcelona. Now that Son is officially gone, it's really hitting me. How are we going to cope without him? Because every game last year, I remember, when things weren't going our way, Son was always there with a finesse shot or a madness inside the box, always helping out the team. But now we're gonna have to figure out a way to live without him, build without him. Because don't forget, we need to go upwards from here. We won the FA Cup, yes. The Premier League is now our goal. We're also gonna be in the Champions League. In fact, I really think we're gonna need to make a statement signing to replace Son. I don't know if it needs to be in the left wing position though, because we've got Brennan Johnson who can play there. And also out on loan, we've potentially got the next Heung-min Son. It's Young Min Hyuk. We loaned him out to Fiorentina, where he's managed to grow like crazy. 90 pace, dribbling's there. Do you know what? I am recalling him from his loan spell. And let's convert him to a left winger. Oh, and look at how fast he's gonna grow, boys. In 4 weeks, he'll be like 80 rated. If we boost his attacking stats, maybe, just maybe, he could become the next Heung-min Son. Do you know what? I want to do this. I want to trust Young Min Hyuk for the early parts of the season, because I don't want to waste money on a superstar signing that may flop. Whereas Young Min Hyuk, nothing to lose by giving him a run out. But saying that, the rest of the team, I do feel needs improvements. Matthias Dell up top last year, he scored quite a few goals, but there were hints of inconsistencies. And even you guys in the comments pointed that out. I'm happy with the midfield we've got, so we don't need to change much there. Even the depth is great with Saab, Bergvall, and Archie Gray. Mbuemo on the right is absolutely perfect. One of the most underrated players in football. At the back, though, I'm happy with Van der Ven, but I think we need another option other than Danso. Maybe, in fact, someone better than him. So I think, yeah, a striker and a centre-back. My immediate concerns would lie to improving those positions. All depends, though, on how much the Spurs board is willing to give us. Remember, we did qualify for Champions League. And okay, 148 million. That's more like it. Oh, but actually, a lot of that comes from player sales. About 30-ish from Son, and even about 20 from Richarlison. I don't know if 148 million is going to be enough to sign 2 world-class players, though. Just don't forget, we can now finally sign players from other Champions League clubs, because we're now a Champions League club ourselves. There's no restrictions. Bro, I've just got an idea. Harry Kane.
What?
Now, hear me out before you guys lose your mind. I know he's 33. He has 56 pace. But look at that shooting. Finesse shot plus, which means he's going to bang in goals for fun. But also the emotional factor. We've just lost a huge figure in Spurs like Heung-min Son. Bringing in Harry Kane would completely fix that. I mean, he's one of Spurs' greatest ever players. But also someone who's never won a trophy at Spurs. And now that we have proven ourselves that yes, we can win trophies, bringing Harry Kane back and trying to win the Premier League with him, oh boy, it could be something special. And you know what? I don't think he would be opposed to that idea. He's probably won the Bundesliga a few times here at Bayern. And there's also a big reason for him to return to the Premier League. The all-time top scorer record. Kane has 213, which means if he returns, there's a chance he could score 47 goals over maybe 1 or 2 seasons. And he could end up breaking one of the most historic records in the Premier League. The only thing that's kind of holding me back is his age. But the more I think about it, we do have young Tell in the ranks. Kane won't be able to play every single game, but we have a great backup option. Nah, bro, I think I'm doing it. I want Harry Kane back at Spurs. I want him to be there when we're winning the Premier League. And also, his contract's expiring at Bayern. They probably don't want to renew him because of his wages. And let's see if we can strike with a £60 million offer. It's been accepted. Oh, my days. We're on the verge of bringing back Harry Kane. And And honestly, I don't even think his wage demands are going to be that insane. 120,000 per week and we should have a deal. Okay, he wants 130k, a goal bonus and a signing bonus and everything. But come on, he's one of Spurs' biggest ever legends. He deserves it. And I think it's done. We've just brought back Harry Kane to Spurs. A glorious return for their greatest ever striker. Who would have thought, boys, when we were losing Europa League finals, Carabao Cup finals, finishing 17th in the Premier League, that we'd be in a position to sign Harry Kane back? But we've worked hard and proved everyone wrong. FA Cup winners, Champions League club. But now with Kane, I'm hoping we can take things to the next level. Bro, look at the team with Kane up top, man. It looks so much better. And I'm looking at the rest of our squad. I don't feel like anyone is captain material as such. Harry Kane has been Spurs captain before. Is it a bit crazy to straight away give him the armband? I don't think so, man. He's the most experienced player in the squad, and I want him leading Spurs. Now, we've still got about 79 million cash, which should be good to sign a new centre-back. But would you believe it? We've already got a chance to win another trophy, the Community Shield. So let's keep the centre-back signing for later. Let's go out there and try and win a trophy. No way does Harry Kane, first game back in England for Spurs, end up winning a trophy. Now, even though we've got Kane back, it does feel weird to line up without Heung-min Son. Oh, and already we're being opened up. This is not good at all. Haaland with the shot, Vicario with the save. But the pressure is just constant from Man City. Van de Ven doing well. Man City have got way more experience in finals than us, so it is going to be tough to beat them. And also we do have Yang Min-hyuk, the next Heung-min Son, already on the charge, looking for a cross for Harry Kane, but he couldn't even jump there. Bro, it feels like we barely have had the ball in this game. It's been all Man City. They move it around so nicely, but we're also more experienced now. Defensively, we are doing the job. This is, by the way, our 4th final, so we're no rookies either. Mbuemo looking for Pedro Porro. I'm waiting for Kane to make a run, which he doesn't do, but he controls it well, but he can't get the shot off. Do you know what, though? We are holding our own against Man City. The scoreline is still 0-0. This is giving me confidence that, yup, maybe this season, especially if we make that centre-back signing, we could put up a title fight. Right now, though, it's Maddison on the ball, looking for some movement. Finds Harry Kane. Oh, that's brilliant movement from Kane. And, of course, it's him scoring for Spurs. Kane is back where he belongs. Is he actually about to break his curse literally on his first game back? Do you know what? Maybe he is. That's brilliant passing, and he's found Maddison. Maddo scores as well. Bro, the difference Harry Kane has added to that striker position, it's crazy. Not only does he bring in the goals, but he can also pull off passes like this. Oh, but Erling Haaland might be able to get something back. Nope, we've got Vicario. One thing I do want to see, though, is what Yang Min-hyuk can offer. He's got pace, and the dribbling does remind me of Heung-min Son. Does he have end product, though? That is something he is lacking, but he will learn. Oh, what a ball that is in the back post, and fair enough. Man City getting a bit of hope. And how on earth have they completely opened us up? Erling Haaland, Vicario making a save, but I think he was offside. Bro, we literally almost did a Spurs here. Thankfully, Haaland was off. And I think that should be it for this one. Full time. Spurs have won yet another trophy. Back-to-back finals that we've won. And now the Community Shield is not the most important, but the mentality boost this is going to give us, the fact that we beat last season's Premier League champions. And we've got Harry Kane literally in his first game back, lifting the trophy. I do find it funny, though, that so far all the trophies Harry Kane have won have not really been trophies or cups, but more like shields. But hey, I'm hoping we can change that with the Premier League or the Champions League, because this season, I feel like we're cooking with Spurs. Bro, that win has just given me a lot more confidence that, yes, this team is capable of going out there and winning the Premier League. The only thing is, I'm not sure if Yang Min-hyuk can be the one to fill Son's boots. He didn't really do all that much in that Community Shield final. But you know what? Let's give him some time. We've also got options like Brennan Johnson and Mikey Moore. What I do want to get sorted now is possibly that centre-back spot, an upgrade over Danso. Oh, wow, with some ticket sales, our budget went up to 90 million now. Also, I'm thinking we can sell players like Bentancur because we don't really need him. The same for, I'd say, Dominic Solanke. We've got Harry Kane now. Solanke would get us easily another 30 mil. But you know what? The centre-back I want to sign, Alessandro Buongiorno, I think we should have enough money to already sign him up. Bro, he's 85 rated, 74 pace, incredible defending and physical. And I mean, he's Italian. The history of great Italian centre-backs, man. The likes of Maldini, Baresi, Nesta. Maybe Buongiorno can be one of them. I think having him and Van de Ven at the back could be one of the craziest centre-back duos in the Premier League. We'll also have Danso as an option. I think this is the play, boys. I'm going with a £55 million offer, and that's straight away being accepted by Antonio Conte, former boss at Spurs. And what a transfer that is, boys. Buongiorno is joining Spurs. I'm so glad that this season we don't have restrictions for transfers. We can bring in talent from the likes of Napoli, Bayern Munich. That's what happens when you become a Champions League club. Bro, on paper, this Spurs team literally looks like a trophy-winning side. I mean, we've got everything in the attack, players like Mbuemo and Kane. Our midfield looks awesome. Buongiorno in the back. Again, I'm still unsure about trusting Young Min-hyuk over the course of the season. We are now kicking off our Premier League season. We've got Kane making his return to this competition. Buongiorno making his debut as well. And also, I am starting the Heung-min Son region. Young Min-hyuk, a lot of potential. I want to see what this wonder kid can do, but he's already getting the Premier League treatment there. Although Kane's got a bit of space. And oh my days, 6 minutes in, Harry Kane has picked one out. That's goal number 214 for Kane in the Premier League. He's coming for Shearer. And we are coming for the Premier League as Kane has once again gotten in behind 56 pace. I don't feel it. This guy is so good in front of goal. Mbuemo looking for Kane. Controls that one first time on the volley. Bro, it's so much fun using Kane. But of course, winning the Premier League is not going to be about just scoring goals, and that's where Buongiorno comes in. Oh, Young Min-hyuk, he's gone through. Oh, come on. He's lacking shooting boots, it feels like right now. Oh, Mateta strikes that and it's in. Well, now there's a bit of pressure on us. Palace are back in this. And no way have we just done a Spursy. And Nketiah misses and we're lucky. But what's happening at the end of the game here? Suddenly everything's falling apart. Can we just hold our nerves? Are you actually joking? Are you actually joking? Did this just happen? 2-0 and we were cruising, raving about Kane. And suddenly it's 2-2. And Young Min-hyuk has broken through. What a chance. Young Min-hyuk, no. If that was Son, we know he would have scored that. There's still time though. Young Min-hyuk looking for the delivery. It's decent, but we're not able to convert it. Kane, can he keep the ball? He can. Finds its way for Mbuemo. On his right foot, Mbuemo does the job. That is what we needed. Why is the referee not blowing the whistle and I just can't select the right centre-back? What is this? We've conceded. Are you actually joking, man? Spurs have done a Spursy here. And we've dropped points as well. In the most silly fashion, this game was literally ours at 3-2, but we bottled both times. I genuinely can't believe this. Well, in other news, at least I've got this Bent & Co player sale out of the way. He's going to bring us another about 27 mil cash. And also, offers for Solanke. We're negotiating a 39 million deal for him from Aston Villa. But with all that money coming in, I am thinking maybe we should get a better player than Young Min-hyuk. I don't know if he's ready for the job. I am going to play Brennan Johnson in our next game. And Brennan playing on the left side, being right-footed, might actually help him out. And let's see if he can make a name for himself in that position. Kane has gone through, and that's what I'm talking about. One thing's for sure, we're not going to struggle for goals with Kane being there. But defensively, though, we are still struggling, but Vicario is there this time. Oh, again, we're being opened up so easily off the crossbar this time. I think I feel our tactics are being exposed right now by all the other clubs. Maybe we need to have a rework at it, because we're getting opened up just way too easily. And Brennan Johnson, what is he doing? Mbuemo joining the party, and what a finish that was. No freaking way, man. I thought at 2-0 the job was done, so I quick simmed. Freaking Everton made the comeback. Meanwhile, in other news, Solanke has been sold. But would you actually believe it? We're 18th in the Premier League after all the signings we've made, and we're actually playing good football. I just don't know what's happening. It's still early days in the season, though, so I don't think we should be worried. What we do need to do is make a decision on Young Min-hyuk. I don't think even Brennan Johnson was particularly impressive. We've got about 100 million in the bank. And the question to you guys is do we bring in a world-class left winger? Do you guys think we need that right now? Because, man, next episode, before deadline day, I think we're going to have to make a decision. I want to read through all your comments and then decide. But based on our performances so far this season, it looks like Harry Kane is not going to be enough. We need someone to fill in Heung-min Son's boots. And who could that be? Something you guys can answer. Let me know in the comments. Next episode could be big in our quest for the Premier League title. Last season, we broke the curse. We finally won Spurs a trophy. But that's just the start. My goal is to fill up this dusty trophy cabinet and make Spurs the best club in England. And to lead the charge, we brought brought home their greatest ever player. Harry Kane is back. And he's already doing what he does best, scoring goals for fun. But something's still missing in our team. There's a gap. And maybe it's Heung-min Son because, well, Sonny, he's gone. He swapped North London for Barcelona and we can't really blame him. He delivered us the FA Cup and now he's chasing a new challenge for himself. But with Sonny gone, we're left with a big decision. Do we put our faith in this 20-year-old wonder kid Yang Min-hyuk, who they're already calling the next Son? Maybe trusting in Brennan Johnson could be an option? Or do we delve into the market to bring in a world-class winger? I mean, the money is there, 97 million. But this is a tough decision and it could literally decide whether we win the Premier League or not. Bro, it's deadline day already, and we've got such a big decision to make, man. I'm not sure if I want to trust Yang Min-hyuk for the rest of the season, because this is like the only position where I feel we're maybe lacking, because the rest of our team, I think, is ready to go for the Premier League title. But there is potential with Yang Min-hyuk. There's a reason everybody's calling him the next Son. A lot of you guys actually think he's an in-game regen, but nah, guys, he's an actual player. He's got his Wikipedia and everything. But yeah, it is a big risk, man, asking him to fill the boots of his idol. Then there's Brennan Johnson, who I think could do a job as well there, but he hasn't really impressed. Do you know what? Let's see what you guys are saying about this situation in the comments. Dude, Yang Min-hyuk is such a talented player. Just because he can't finish doesn't mean he is bad. You should keep him and grow him into a beast. I mean, not being able to finish is a pretty bad deal.
If I can't
finish,
then what's this all been about? What am I working toward?
But I think that's something Yang Min-hyuk can learn. Oh, this comment has got me thinking. I understand why the others want Hyuk to stay, because judging from his stats, he's a baller, but he just needs a chance to grow. But to win the Premier League, you've got to have the best players in every position. And to be honest, I'm seeing a lot of suggestions about bringing in a player like Bradley Barcola. I'm not gonna lie, Barcola is exactly what we need. 86 rated, 23 years old. Funnily enough, he's playing for Inter. But you know what? On deadline day, making such a big change in our squad, I don't think that's the play. And you know what? I want to give a chance to Yang Min-hyuk. Let's give him some time to grow, and not just 3-4 games, at least half a season. Until January, we'll see the number of goals he's at. Let's see if we can maybe get to like 15 goals by January. That's when we'll decide to completely put our faith in him. But yes, I think he deserves a chance. He's been growing rapidly, up to an 80 overall. So yup, guys, I am making the decision of getting through deadline day without making any more signings. Although we do have quite a few offers. This Phillips guy, I don't think we need him anymore because we've got enough centre-backs, especially after we sign Buongiorno. Also, we don't need Dane Scarlett. We've got Kane up top, Tell as well. And yep, with these player sales, we're just adding more cash into our coffers. And with that, transfer deadline day is done. It's a bold decision, boys, not spending the 102 million that we've got, but we'll keep it for January. And if things are not going well, we can, of course, splash the cash and make a big transfer and try and save things. Yo, I totally forgot that we're going to be in the Champions League this year. That changes quite a bit because I'm not sure if we entirely have the squad to compete in 2 different competitions. Because now that we're facing AC Milan in like a midweek game, I think I am going to have to rotate for this Bournemouth one. And honestly, it's not as if things are going that well in the Premier League, man. We're 7th with just 5 points, all while Arsenal, they're top of the league. Okay, for this game, I'm going to play Dell. We'll also play Brennan Johnson, Bergvall in the middle, Archie Gray as well. Jed Spence can get some game time as well as Danso. Those are quite a few changes we've made, man. Last season, we didn't have to deal with the squad depth stuff because we were only focusing on the Premier League. But this season, we're going to need our entire squad if we want to win the big titles. Here's Brennan Johnson. A lot of trust being put on him this season as he cuts back, but not good enough. Here's Yang Min-hyuk, again getting tackled easily. Both our wingers in this game so far not putting in the best of shows to start with. And that could lead a chance if a Bournemouth as they go for goal. Vicario with the save. Matthias Dell linking up with Yang Min-hyuk. That's what we want to see. And there's the pace. Reminds me a bit of Son. Yang Min-hyuk, but he couldn't get his shot off properly. But every time it dribbles like that, it does remind me of Son. There is promise. Let's see if he can put in a good delivery into the box. Not bad at all. We couldn't do anything from the header. Oh, Dancer, that was so bad. A big blunder. Now a chance for Bournemouth. Vicario saving us, but the danger's not over. What a back heel that was. We blocked it. I think we're safe. No, we aren't. How did Conceição volley that in? Fair enough. Halftime, boys, and we need changes. Kane, Mbuemo, and Tielemans are coming on. No way, guys. Literally minutes after being brought on, Mbuemo injured.
Well.
And this looks serious, boys. I'm directly forced to sub him off. And I guess we can only bring on Mikey Moore for him right now. This is brutal. That's how he got the injury, boys. I'm just hoping it's not a serious one. It doesn't look all that serious, but he just went down crying.
Please! Please!
Yang Min-hyuk. Looking to find Harry Kane, but it gets blocked. That's the best chance we've created all game long, it feels like. Madison. Looking for Harry Kane at the back post. The header was so bad. No way we're going to concede again. That is unbelievable. We've just gotten cooked by Bournemouth. And honestly, right now, I'm not even worried about this defeat. I need to find out what's happened with Mbeumo. I'm gutted, boys. I'm absolutely gutted. Mbeumo has suffered an ACL injury. He's out for 7 months. That is crazy. His season is basically over.
So, Danny Mills, why always him?
The regret I'm facing right now, we should have signed a winger when we had the chance. Because now until January, we're going to have Brennan Johnson on the right, Young Min Hyuk on the left. And I seriously don't think that's a front line good enough to win the Premier League. Our team was better last season, it feels like.
You idiot. You're honestly an idiot. You're an imbecile.
And straight away, we're going into a Champions League game against AC Milan. I'm not even sure what to expect. This is our return to the Champions League, boys. But that Mbeumo injury has just completely put me off. Oh, and look at Brennan Johnson, man. He's just not good enough. We are just getting carved open, man. AC Milan take the lead. We're still fighting to get something. We do still have Harry Kane. Nope. Find space to shoot, but it's straight at McNann. This has been one of the most depressing halves I've experienced as Spurs boss. There's been no imagination from our team. It's like everybody's just reeling from the loss of Mbeumo, probably even Heung-min Son. And this is unacceptable, man. This season, we're trying to build forward, win maybe the Premier League, even the Champions League, and we can't do it with performances like this. Second off, we need to wake up. Young Min Hyuk is trying something as he finds Kane. A bit of space for Kane, and that's what he can do. We need Harry Kane to carry us in tough times like this. Oh, Brennan Johnson, he's gone through. No, Brennan, you had to score that, but at least he's putting more effort. Young Min Hyuk, oh my days. That's the moment I think this kid needed. What a banger that was. We put our faith in this young South Korean kid, and now he's repaying it in the Champions League with a volley like that. Nah, bro, I don't know how we've turned this around, but come on, we gotta keep believing. Full time, and I genuinely don't know how we pulled this off. First off, we were completely out of it. Second off, this man brought us back into it. And Young Min Hyuk then proved all his doubters wrong. I think with Mbeumo out, this is what we need. Harry Kane leading the line, scoring the goals. And Young Min Hyuk and even Brennan Johnson just doing whatever they can, contributing. And if we can just make our way to January while still being alive in all competitions, we can then use our money to bring in reinforcements. The main thing is, bro, we gotta keep winning. And we're now playing Leicester City in the Premier League. The Premier League is where we've just not been able to get results.
Say that again.
Oh, and this is exactly why. How are we conceding goals like this? We do have Young Min Hyuk in a good spot. What a save. He's now got a lot more confidence, it feels like. And look at the pace he's got, man. He makes those runs that are unstoppable. Young Min Hyuk now, 1v1 should score. And that's what he does. The kid is reminding me so much of Heung-min Son. And now Kane has gotten in behind too. Leicester City cannot stop us. And maybe they can. How is Kane not finishing that? Although we've now got all the momentum. Here's Young Min Hyuk looking for Kane. Opening up space. How is that getting saved? And Young Min Hyuk again finding space. So he tried for the easy finish. Didn't work. But yo, this has been one of the best performances I think I've seen of any player in a Spurs shirt. Young Min Hyuk is everywhere. What a cross that was. And how did we not score? Look at all the shots we're having. We're completely pummeling Leicester. But instead, we're about to concede. No, we aren't. Vicario made the save. And then, of course, we concede again. That is so undeserved.
Oh, call an ambulance! Call an ambulance! But not for me.
Young Min Hyuk has found space. Young Min Hyuk gets himself another one. It's the second half now, boys. We are not losing to this Leicester team. They are so bad. Oh, what a run here from Pedro Porro, firing this one for Kane. But man, sometimes I feel Kane just cannot turn. Here's Kane. Oh, that is a lovely ball for Young Min Hyuk, who, by the way, is on a hat-trick, but he couldn't get it. Brennan Johnson finding a bit of space. Keeps going. Still Brennan. Oh, we needed that. Let's go. The young wingers that we've put our faith in are finally delivering. Brennan Johnson has gotten in behind and he gets the job done. This is going to be such an important win for us. And we had to work so hard for it, man. I really thought we were about to lose this. And finally, it feels like we've got some momentum on our side. We've beaten West Ham. And look who are the goal scorers. Young Min Hyuk and Brennan Johnson. We're still 7th in the Premier League, but I do feel so much more confident about our team right now. And looks like Young Min Hyuk does not want me to sign anyone else because he's already got 4 goals.
I'm pushed to myself. I don't need other players to push myself.
I want to see, though, if we can keep up this form against a big club like Man United, away from home at Old Trafford. I mean, Young Min Hyuk and Brennan Johnson have been doing the job so far, but this is the kind of games where we would need more quality. But if they can step up, man, all good. Oh, and already Young Min Hyuk has broken through. What is his pace even? Goes for goal. I can't believe this. The kind of form this kid is in. Every game he's conjuring up some madness. Okay, we've gotten a bit too excited with that goal, and now we've ended up conceding. Okay, it was never going to be easy to beat Man United, but I still think we can do this. Okay, since our goal, we've kind of slept off, and Man United are coming at us. Vicario, what? How did you get beat by that? Nah, bro, I need an explanation from Vicario, because how on earth is he getting beat? We never make life easy for us, do we? It's a Spurs thing. But also, we fight back like no other. Brennan Johnson. How is Onana saving that? Oh, but again, this time, Brennan, no! Oh, he still managed to get the finish. I thought that heavy touch was over. But, bro, the wingers we thought who couldn't do the job, they keep stepping up, boys. Young Min Hyuk and Brennan Johnson. You love to see both have scored. And now Harry Kane is finding James Maddison for more. Maddison should have scored, but Brennan Johnson, he kept his composure. We're leading 3-2. The comeback is complete. Maddison, making it look too easy. We have completely turned this game around. 6-2 is the final scoreline, man. This Spurs team, without Sonny, without Mbuemo, we've just got everything working. We've now made it to November, and you won't believe this, boys. We're third in the Premier League. We're in the race. Just 1 point off Chelsea. Same points as both Liverpool and Man City. Even in the Champions League, we've won every game so far. Now, we do have a big test ahead of us, Atletico Madrid. But the kind of form Young Min Hyuk is on. 6 goals already this season. As well as Brennan Johnson, who's now scored 8 goals. I'm not scared at all, man. Bring it on, Atleti. I mean, these are the kind of games we've been wanting to play. And Harry Kane is putting his mark on it. He's got experience in these kind of games. Playing, of course, for Bayern Munich. Maybe Kane is the reason why we're playing so well this year. We've got him with all the bags of experience. He's able to guide Young Min Hyuk as well as Brennan Johnson. Kane, the fake shot was too good, and the finish, is it going to go in? No, cleared off the line. And now Young Min Hyuk looks for the pass for Brennan Johnson. It's perfect. He couldn't get it back in. That was horrible. There is still places where we can improve, but so far we've pushed Atleti completely back. Oh, and now Atleti pouncing on one mistake we've made, and we got chippy chipped. Well, that's the Champions League for you. You don't take your chances, you're gonna get punished. Oh, Jonathan David has again done me there. Van de Ven, what a challenge. But the defending is not done yet, and Buongiorno this time coming in with the block. Vicario making the save. That's right, we can't just keep placing our attack. Our defense is also doing the job. Second half, boys, I really want to push for the win here. It could put us in a great spot to get into that top 8. Maddison, what a first touch. James Maddison. No, we could have won the game right there. Full time, guys, and I know we should have won this game. We were so much better. Sometimes I do feel like, having these youngsters in the team, we do maybe lack that killer instinct. And in a way, it kind of cost us against Atleti. We aren't far off from the January transfer window, boys, and this is where we're going to have to make a big call. Do we go into the market for another winger? I mean, regardless, I think we might have to, because we're not going to have Mbuemo until the end of the season. Maybe not even this season. Let me know in the comments what you think, boys. Does this Spurs team need another world-class winger? I mean, you guys know the money is there to go big. Right now, though, we have fallen off a bit in the Premier League. 6 points off the top. We do have a game in hand, but that is going to be against 12th place Arsenal. They are not having the best of seasons. I mean, there isn't a better time for us to play a North London derby and inflict a big defeat on them. I still haven't forgotten that Carabao Cup final, which we lost against them. I know we knocked them out in the FA Cup last year, but I still want revenge, boys. We're going to try and destroy them. And Maddison is looking for that cross far post, and what a header from Brennan Johnson. Arsenal were the set-piece kings, and we just taught them a lesson. Okay, Arsenal, stop that. Stop that, man. Gyökeres is too good. Bro, I just realized this is Harry Kane's first North London derby since he's back. I kind of want him on the score sheet right now, though. Pedro Porro finding a bit of space. Not enough. Still Porro, yeah? Looking to put this back in. Kane couldn't win the header. Brennan Johnson heading it down for Young Min Hyuk, finding space. This guy just can't stop scoring in the big games, in a North London derby as well. Young Min Hyuk wants more. He wants more. And oh, he couldn't get the goal. Oh, but Raya's on the floor. And Young Min Hyuk still couldn't score. What is happening? How did we not take that chance? Full time though, and thankfully those misses didn't end up costing us. A big win for us against Arsenal. 16 games into the season and we're still in the fight for the title. 4 points off Chelsea. Looks like they're going to be our big rivals. Meanwhile, Champions League, we are in the top 8. Remember, we'll get to skip the playoffs, man. As Spurs, we want to remove any possibilities of us getting knocked out. So this is the play. But now, boys, we're approaching January and it's your decision to make, boys. Do we bring in a world-class winger? I mean, Young Min Hyuk, I don't want to replace him, boys. He's too good. But we could get a better right winger than Brennan Johnson because he isn't growing. And I think if we can get this signing right, we could push for not only the Premier League, but the Champions League as well. The quality is there. It's up to you guys to help me out. In just 2 seasons of being the Spurs manager, we've got them winning trophies. We've brought back Harry Kane, their best player ever. And even this season, we're looking like real contenders in both the Premier League and the Champions League. But just as everything was going well, Mbeumo had to tear his ACL. He's literally out for the entire season, and he probably isn't ever going to be the same again. What's frustrating is that in the summer, we could have signed another winger for squad depth, but we chose not to, and that is now coming back and biting us. But we do still have 100 million left in the bank, and we are not too far away from the January transfer window, just a couple of weeks. And once we get there, if we can sign a world-class winger, I think that could get us back in contention for all trophies. But first though, guys, we need to make our way until January. We've got Man City at the Etihad. We're also going to be playing Liverpool, and those are important games, boys. Both Liverpool and City are right behind us. We need to make it a January at least in a position to keep fighting, because I don't want Chelsea to run away with the title. Because if they've got like a 9 or 10 point gap by the time we're in January, no matter who we sign in the right wing position, we're not going to be able to make a comeback. Now, the good news is even without Mbeumo, the team's been in great form. Young Min Hyuk and Brennan Johnson, they've been unreal. And it would be a big statement if we can get a win against City. Brennan Johnson, yo! Bro, this season, no matter who's injured, Heung-min Son's departure, we've got 2 wonder kids who are ready to deliver. Looks like we're going to have to do a bit of defending. Oh, that was a really bad challenge. Please just don't be a red card. Don't be a red card, man. Oh my days, it's a red card for Buongiorno. I know you just scored, Brennan, but I think I'm going to have to sacrifice you. We'll bring on Danso, play him at the back. Brennan just scored and I'm hooking him off, man. But I had to do it. I don't like this though, man. We literally had all the advantage against Man City. One silly challenge has completely cost us now. And now momentum is completely shifted, man. It's all Man City. We are defending well so far. But how long can we keep up with this press? Already we've been exposed here. Man City on the charge. Vicario with a good save. You know what? We have shown incredible fights so far by not conceding. And that's going to continue. Danso off the bench, getting the job done. And honestly, we're still able to create chances here. Pedro Porro with a brilliant run. Looking back for Harry Kane. If he can maybe find space to shoot. No. Goes for Young Min Hyuk. No, he didn't have the pace there. I mean, this is like one of the most difficult tests we could get. But if we pass this, if we somehow sneak away with the 3 points, it'll get all the other Premier League clubs to take notice of us. We're going to be contenders. And we have managed to get through the first half, boys. I don't know how we're doing this, but we're in the lead. Oh, Pedro Porro has won that cleanly. Still Pedro Porro. He's going to square this one for Kane. No Kane, but Young Min Hyuk, right place, right time. I thought we completely fluffed that attack. A 10-man Spurs team leading against City. The fight we're showing right now is simply sensational. Bro, Pedro Porro has been man of the match for me, bro. He's been up and down the pitch. It doesn't feel like we don't have a right winger. And then he pulls off a pass like that as Harry Kane scores as well. I can't believe it, guys. We were a man down, yet we've put in, I think, one of our greatest ever performances. This is a statement. But yo, even with after such a big win against Man City, we're still only 4th in the Premier League. The title race is going to be really tough. We've got Chelsea and Brighton above us. Also Liverpool. And guess what? We face them next. But once we get through this game, boys, we will be in the January transfer window where I cannot wait. I want to bring in a superstar winger. Although soon we're going to have to make a big decision. Do we bring in a left winger? Someone to replace Young Min Hyuk? Or a right winger? Someone to replace Brennan Johnson? Actually, the stats are quite closer than what you'd think. Young Min Hyuk with 12 goals, Brennan Johnson with 11. But on the pitch, it feels like Hyuk is Heung-min Son's son. So yeah, I am leaning towards bringing in a right winger. But that's something for us to ponder upon after this game against Liverpool. Come on, let's get this result. Try and push for that top spot. Oh, but Liverpool are coming at us with everything they've got. And Szoboszlai, what an effort. No. What have we done, man? Giving a simple chance away. Openda scores. Again, Openda's pace is ridiculous. Buongiorno, though, back in the team, doing the job. Bro, Openda is so annoying to deal with, bro. He might be the fastest player. Good thing we've got Van de Ven. And now Brennan Johnson looking for that pass for Kane, which is what we needed. Oh, what a volley off the crossbar. Are you joking? Again, Openda, he's absolutely cooking me, and Liverpool lead 2-0. One thing this season we've shown is that we've got the mentality, but not the finishing there. Brennan Johnson should have scored. Maybe that's a sign that to win the Premier League, to compete with the very best, we need someone world-class there. No way, Openda. That pass was brutal. Chiesa makes it 3. We have just been humbled here by Liverpool. Well, that was a big reality check, boys. We're 5th in the Premier League now, halfway through this season. Here I was thinking we're ready to be contenders, but we're clearly not. We're missing that presence Mbuemo gave us, and we now need a world-class player in that position. And yeah, that means I have made my decision. We're going to keep Yang Min-hyuk as a starter, and Brennan Johnson will be heading to the bench with a new player coming in. And there you go. We finally made it to the January transfer window. Now, initially, my mind was pretty set on signing Bradley Barcola. I mean, just look at him. 87 rated, 24 years old. He would be so good. But then he is a left winger, and we'll be playing him on the right side. I kind of don't want that. You see, the reason we're having so much fun with Yang Min-hyuk is because he's able to cut inside, get those shots off, and that's why I want a player on the right side who is left-footed. That's why Mbuemo was so good for us. So yeah, that means we're not signing the likes of Barcola. Even someone like Desiree Doué, we're not signing. He's off to Man United, by the way. Crazy. Now, I have found a couple of players that really do fit our criteria, like Michael Olise. Incredible left foot, cuts inside, can score bangers. But sadly, he might be out of our budget. But then there's Rafinha, and because he's 30 years old, entering the latter stages of his career, I reckon we can actually afford him. Plus, I'm sure he's tired being played on the left-hand side. His true position is playing as a right winger where he can cut onto his left foot, do what he does best. And also in the summer, I think he joined Liverpool. I don't remember seeing him in the team when they faced us. And you know what? Let's get a feel of how much this could cost us. I'm gonna try 75 million first offer, just to see if Liverpool are keen to sell him. They haven't been using him all that much. Oh, wow. But they do want to extort as much money from us as possible. They're competing with us for the title, so it is obvious. But let's stick to getting Rafinha for a reasonable price. I'm going to counter with 78. And we actually got a deal. Arnie Slot, I don't understand what you were trying here. But the question now is Rafinha the right man for the job? I'm looking at his stats, boys, and I can't help but think he is. He's a hard-working player. He's going to be up and down the pitch. And I really think he fits super well into our attack. In fact, on paper, that would mean our attack has got everything. There's space, there's a lot of directness, there's the finishing of Kane. And that's why I think we're going to do this, boys. We're going to match his salary at Liverpool. A massive transfer is about to happen, boys. Let's go. We've got him to sign the contract. And I can't believe it, boys. We have signed Rafinha, a Ballon d'Or contender. As crazy as it sounds, he's back in England. The last time he was here, though, he played for Leeds United. Things are definitely better for him this time. It's Spurs. And it's not the trophy-less Spurs of past. It's a Spurs team that wants to win the Premier League, wants to win the Champions League. And I'm hoping Rafinha will lead us to it. It's debut time, and I've got a feeling Rafinha's gonna cook. Addison looking for Rafinha already in space, and that's what he does. 6 minutes into his Spurs debut on the score sheet. Bro, just look at the top corner. Look at Rafinha run, man. That's what he brings us on the counter. The directness is unmatched. He keeps going. Rafinha finding space, but this time it gets saved. Tielemans looking for Rafinha. That pass was nice as Rafinha finds a bit of space. Oh, come on. He should have scored that. But man, the pressure we're able to put now on teams, it's crazy. Madison gets in behind. Straight at the keeper, though, but Harry Kane gets a simple tap in. And there's the big win against Sunderland. But I know it's Sunderland.
Come on, man. That's too easy.
We still need to test Rafinha against proper opposition, and I think Chelsea would be a good one. I think the main advantage of Rafinha is that he's not a player that needs the ball at his feet. He can just keep running and running in behind defenses. That's what he's good at, and that's what he's done here. Looking for the cutback. Harry Kane scores. It's simple, but yet so effective football. Rafinha looking for Yang Min-hyuk. The passing has been stellar as he looks for Madison inside, and there's the goal. We're carving Chelsea open. Looks like Chelsea do still have a bit of fight in them as Felix gets the ball, and what? How did he toe poke that in? Oh, and wait, Richarlison is clapping? Oh, yeah, I forgot I sold him to Chelsea.
Who's laughing now?
Well, we've still got the lead. No need to panic. Rafinha has gotten in behind again. This is what he does as he looks back for Kane. The touch, but the finish was lacking. We score one more goal in this game. I think we break Chelsea's hopes. You know what? It could come from a free kick. This is far out, though, but it's James Maddison we're talking about. No, it was far out. Yang Min-hyuk linking up well with Rafinha. Does so well there. There's the finish. Chelsea are not going to come back from this. Rafinha is him. And there you go. We've secured the win. Meanwhile, talking about Rafinha, I'm just converting him to a right winger and his overall actually goes up, bro. He's getting even better. Slowly but surely, we keep pushing up the table. Third now. And by the way, I just realized Chelsea were top of the league and we absolutely cooked them. Bro, I really think we might have a shot at winning the Premier League. For now, though, let's turn our attentions to the Champions League where we need to try and get top 8. I don't want to play any sort of playoff game, but no way. We're facing Real Madrid, who are 30th. No way, guys. Real Madrid are literally fighting for their lives in the Champions League. They're going to probably give everything. But what a statement it would be if we can knock out Real Madrid from the Champions League. And by the looks of it, their team is still insane. Bellingham, Vinny, Mbappe, all of them on the pitch. Oh, we got Kane and Rafinha. I am not scared. Is that Ousmane Dembele finding Mbappe and Madrid have taken the lead? Bro, Dembele is like the biggest traitor, man. He's now playing for Madrid. Even though we're a goal down, I'm not really scared. I know we're going to get chances against Madrid as Maddison is through now and Maddison gets us back into it. I know Madrid's defense is leaky. We can get at them. Oh, and look at Rafinha, man. He is just crazy when he's running in behind defenses. Finds a bit of space. Oh, that was almost in. Courtois. We're up against probably the best keeper in the world. Matters looking for a good spot. Harry Kane gets that one in. What a finish. We've taken the lead against Madrid. Bro, we are relentless. We are going for the kill here. Harry Kane. That's another one. Real Madrid have absolutely got no answer. I'm an idiot, okay? I thought 3-1 Madrid aren't coming back. I should have known better. This is Real Madrid. Even though they're 30th in the Champions League, they fought back.
No, God!
I'm gonna have nightmares about this. How have we let this be a draw? Thankfully, though, guys, we still managed to finish top 8. So that's a relief. We're not going to be playing the playoffs straight to the round of 16. But I'm also wondering, did Real Madrid make it out? They did. That is annoying. Maybe, guys, if we would have just played that entire game, beat Real Madrid, they would have been knocked out. Now, there's a chance in the future we face them. But you know what? I can't think like that. We'll be ready if that happens.
You should have killed me when you had the chance.
For now, though, it's transfer deadline day, but I don't really have any business to do. I'm completely happy with the team we've built, boys. This is a side that I reckon can win the Champions League. I mean, Rafinha and Kane up top aren't real. Yang Min-hyuk, with his youth, he's able to bring something extra to our attack. The midfield and the defense have been doing their job. All we need is a bit of luck, and I think we can win both trophies. And so we're getting through deadline day. No more changes. This is the team we're believing in. Meanwhile, boys, the Champions League of the playoffs have been played out. Barcelona knocked out by Milan.
No.
There's no chance that means we'll be facing Son. Instead, though, in the round of 16, we've got in PSV. I will absolutely take that. With the difference we've got in quality, boys, PSV should be a cakewalk. I mean, look at the high line they're using as well. They're going for it in this game. But yeah, I want to try and wrap this up in the first leg itself. I know I'm being cocky, but I think we've got what it takes. Maddison offside there, though. Oh, but Yang Min-hyuk gets in behind. This is where he's dangerous. And there's the finish in the Champions League. That's why we're still trusting him. PSV just can't compete, man. Harry Kane in the box. He is ruthless. But did you see Rafinha there? I don't want to let them score even one goal, man, because that'll give them the confidence. We're Spurs, boys. We just got to do everything the hard way. Yo, PSV have completely turned this game around. And what? Spurs have just done a Spursy, man. We were 2-0 up, cruising. And now it's all square, like brilliant. Bro, it could actually get worse. Van de Ven, good defending there. I have no clue what's happened to us, boys. It's all PSV on the charge now. Rafinha's gotten in behind, and it's looking really good here. Still Rafinha, but that's the finish we needed. 85th minute, away from home. This could be a huge advantage. Full time, and it's so important that we sneaked away with a win here. It should have been a bigger advantage, but I think it's enough against PSV. And there you go. In the second leg, we've done just about enough to get through. Champions League quarterfinals. Here we come. And wait a minute, we've also got a Carabao Cup final? Bro, next episode could end up being crazy. We could legit win 3 trophies with Spurs. A treble. But okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves. We still have a final to beat Liverpool in. Premier League, we're second, but it's tight. And Champions League still has clubs like Atleti, Real Madrid, Juve all left. The once memed as a trophyless club could end up winning everything. I can't wait for the next one. We're on the verge of doing the impossible with Spurs, winning a treble. We've made it to the Carabao Cup final, we're in the Champions League quarterfinals, and we're also in the hunt for the Premier League. Normally, given Spurs' history, you'd probably expect us to bottle everything. But this Spurs team that we've built with Harry Kane, Rafinha, the mentality is different. We're going to attempt to win it all. Here we go, boys. We're back with the Spurs Career Mode, and today could be the finale, especially if we win the treble. Because don't forget, our goal was to fill up Spurs' trophy cabinet, and winning a treble would be exactly that. Now, I know all of you guys in the comments are probably thinking we're going to bottle every single trophy. Because, yeah, we've got a tough final, which will be against Liverpool. Premier League, we're still in the fight. Nothing's guaranteed. And Champions League, there's a long road ahead from the quarterfinals. But you know what? I've got belief in this team we've built, especially with the signings of Rafinha, Kane. Our midfield with Maddison, Tielemans, Young Min Hyuk proving to be so good. I mean, we've got the ingredients to win the big trophies. It's all about having the mentality to get it done. It all starts here, though, with the Carabao Cup final, and I'm already getting flashbacks of the past where Arsenal absolutely destroyed us. But this time, though, we're going out there to bring home the trophy. Now, we do have experience of winning finals. We've won an FA Cup. We've won a Community Shield. Oh, but look who we're facing, boys. Cristian Romero, former Spurs player. The game has kicked off already with Rafinha taking a shot from distance. But yeah, that was way above the crossbar. Now, I know the Carabao Cup isn't the most important of trophies, but winning it will give us a lot of confidence, especially for the Premier League. And a bit of space for Young Min Hyuk as he gets taken down from the back. That's got to be a red card. How is that only a yellow? Maddison scores this free kick from here. I'm building him a statue. But yeah, there's just no power to score from there. Yo, Openda, why is he so quick, man? Bursts through, but Vicario makes the save. Bro, Openda is actually undefendable. Udogi does really well there, my goodness. It's a cup final, man. We need our players to start waking up. And this is what we need. Rafinha coming through right here as he tries to cut back inside. Still Rafinha finding a bit of space, but puts it wide. He's been our best player so far. Oh, it's freaking Openda who's gotten through again. Danso just can't even keep up, man. And what a finish that was. Rifled it into the top corner. But okay, guys, we don't need to let our heads drop. We have played finals before. We've got the experience. We can come back from this. And this is what we need. Young Min Hyuk on the attack already as he finds Harry Kane, who puts it wide. No, Kane, what a chance. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. This is bad. The crossbar has just saved us. Oh, what a ball that is for Young Min Hyuk. He's going to go for goal himself, and there's the equalizer. The kid who's blessed by Young Min Son gets us the goal. I told you, boys, this Spurs team's mentality is totally different. We're not going to give up and let big teams just bully us. We're coming ourselves to win the big trophies.
A few moments later.
Oh, Openda's gone through, and no, Liverpool have taken the lead. Why is this guy so good?
Stop it. Get some help.
Well, now, this is a true test for our mentality. We're a goal down with 15 minutes to go. Can we pull something off? Pedro Porro looking for passing options, but there isn't much. Well, Rafinha's there, and how is that getting saved? No way, man. Openda's through once again. What do I even do to stop him? Well, Vicario giving us a bit of hope at least. But with just 2 minutes to go, it feels like there isn't much time left. Are we back to our usual selves, you know, losing trophies and everything? Oh my days, Openda has scored again. 2 seasons in a row in the Carabao Cup. We've just been humbled. Are you actually kidding me? It's Cristian Romero, the captain of Liverpool, lifting the trophy. Unbelievable scenes. I'm now questioning everything about our Spurs project, bro, because this was the season we were going to win the big trophies with Spurs. But if we can't win the Carabao Cup, how are we going to even dream of winning the Premier League? And look at that. The fall off has begun. We're now 6 points off Chelsea in the league. I don't know how we're going to overcome this. To make things worse, we've now got our Champions League quarterfinal game, and it's against Juventus. And don't forget, it was a Juventus legend, Chiellini, who said it.
It's the history of the Tottenham.
To bottle things. This is now going to be a true test of the mentality of our players. Yes, we lost the cup final, but there are still the major trophies left to play for. Oh, and James Maddison, I didn't know he had this much pace. Look at him go here. Still matters. What a lovely ball. But Rafinha, what was his movement there? But come on, if we can keep all this pressure up as Maddison is having probably the best game of his life as he looks for another cross. Can't do much of it, but at least we're putting the pressure. Young Min-hyuk again with his space going through. This man does it again. I can't believe it, boys. He scored in the Carabao Cup final. And now he's done it again in a Champions League quarterfinal. One of the best decisions in this series we made was trusting Yang Min-hyuk to do Son's job. And so far, he's done it brilliantly. But I would love to kill this tie off in the first leg itself. If we can get one more goal, that should do the job. Rafinha is on the charger, looking for spaces. Yang Min-hyuk inside the box. Can he do something? Still Yang Min-hyuk. You can't stop this man. He is literally in the form of his life. But wait, it looks like we're not done yet because the element is broken through. I'm squaring this one and Yang Min-hyuk has just walked it in. I don't know if he intended that, but he's got himself a hat trick. Actually can't believe this, boys. Yang Min-hyuk taking home the match ball. And that first leg result was enough to see us through. We're going to the Champions League semis. This is exactly the response I wanted from this team after losing the cup final. Now I'm starting to feel that yes, we can still win the Champions League. About the Premier League though, we have closed the gap down to Chelsea. It's 3 points. City aren't looking like much of a threat. The problem is though that we don't have any games against Chelsea left. We're gonna have to depend on them dropping points. And we need to be winning every single Premier League game. And oh boy, we've got Manchester United next. For us now, every game in the Premier League is like a final. We can't do much about Chelsea's position. They are 3 points above us, but I believe they will slip up. They will drop points. But we can't afford to do that. We're up against Man United here. We need the win. Rafinha looking for Yang Min-hyuk. It has to be him. And what a finish again. This kid just cannot stop scoring. Space for Bruno, and fair enough. That's Bruno Fernandes for you. Again, Yang Min-hyuk in those positions, man. He is too good. This time he's going to try and square it, and that could have gone either way. But honestly, man, this kid is in the form of his life. He gets through everyone again. And the finish, I don't know how he does it. His finishing is absolutely ruthless. Wait, penalty? For what? Did Manchester United just get a penalty for that? No way, man. Buongiorno barely even did anything there. How is that a pen? And now Bruno Fernandes has got a chance to put Man United into the lead, and he can't. Actually, we've still got our lead. We're leading 2-1, and now I think Man United's morale is going to be down. And we're going to try and kill the game off right from that penalty miss. Rafinha through on goal. Gets the finish. I can't believe it. Manchester United on the verge of getting the equalizer. Instead, Rafinha kills the game off. This has given me confidence, boys, that yes, we can win the Premier League, but we still gotta depend on Chelsea dropping points, man. Okay, here's the good news. Chelsea do end up facing Arsenal later on. If they end up losing that game, it could give us a chance. Oh, but our goal difference is pretty close as well. We're gonna need to start scoring a lot more Premier League goals. For now, though, our focus is back on the Champions League, where we're in the semi-finals. Who would have thought? And look at the other teams in here. Lille have knocked out City. PSG going through Atleti, but Sevilla have got the job done against Real Madrid. And guess what? We are playing Sevilla. Okay, I'm looking at the Sevilla team, and how on earth have they got the better of Madrid? That makes no sense. Don't you worry, I am not underestimating them, and already a first chance for Sevilla. This semi-final is actually going to be tough. We do have enough quality, though, to get the job done here. It's James Maddison looking for Yang Min-hyuk, the wonder kid. As he looks to find space, he keeps scoring in big games. He gets taken out. How is that not a pen? We're still pushing forward, though, as we look for Harry Kane. Tough position. He couldn't get the shot off. I feel like Kane's form is kind of dipped, but he could change that right here. Kane, come on. This is now the business end of the season. We need our striker to be finishing all these chances. Now Sevilla coming at us here, but we've got Danso there defending. I wanted a tough defender like him in this game, so he's starting. Yang Min-hyuk, though, looking for Kane. These two are linking up real nicely. Back for Harry Kane, but again, the tackle comes in. Okay, guys, something incredibly weird has happened. It's halftime, but the pitch is just on the screen. Where are the players? What is happening? Is this some sort of a glitch? I can pause the game, but nothing else is showing up. Of course, man, the one season Spurs are trying to win the Champions League, a glitch like this happens. They truly are cursed, man. Oh, I made a change and it worked. Okay, no, it didn't work. It didn't work. I thought it was fixed. I think we're gonna have to just sim to the end. Okay, boys, there's no good luck here. The game has just crashed now. No way, guys. We lost 2-0 in the first leg. I restarted the game and just decided to sim this because we've already technically played the game. But it's ended up costing us. We've lost 2-0 to Sevilla. Nah, man, if the game hadn't crashed, this would never happen. Even the game doesn't want Spurs to win any major trophy. The dream isn't over, though, because we still have the second leg. But, man, coming back from a 2-0 deficit, I don't know if we've got it in us. One player a lot is resting on today is Harry Kane, man. We need him to start scoring. He's not been in the goals for a long time now. We're going to try and find him here, but he controls it well. Kane, how has he done that? I've got no idea. But this is exactly why we've got Kane in the team. From nowhere, he's managed to finish that. And okay, boys, just like that, we're back in the tie. We're just a goal down. Come on. Young Min Hyuk. Looking for Rafinha, the save from Trafford. Oh, and there could be a chance here. We're finding the ball for Kane. Looks for Young Min Hyuk. Tries to call it in. Big save again from Trafford. Come on, I really want that second goal before halftime. Rafinha is trying to find space for it, but I don't know if he can keep going. He can. And there's the finish. Rafinha in a big game again for us. It's 2-2. Nah, man, we're way better than this Sevilla team. We are not getting knocked out. Now Kane, who's gotten the better of the defender. Harry Kane's finesse shot is in. The comeback is complete. No answer from Sevilla. Hoyland's taking the shot, and what? Well, that goal has opened things up, and looks like Sevilla do have a bit of fight. But hey, I think mentally we're still winning this battle. 45 minutes to book our spot in a Champions League final. Kane, Young Min Hyuk. Back for Kane in space. Oh, that was a ruthless finish from Harry Kane. He completes his hat-trick in a Champions League semi-final. Pedro Porro has broken through completely, and that should be it. What a run from the Spaniard, and I think that should be enough to send us through to the final. And yes, it is, boys. An unbelievable comeback. The game even tried to crash and ruin our Champions League run, but we got the job done. And it's going to be PSG, boys. Oh, my days. That's going to be a ridiculous game. But first, though, we got to focus on winning the Premier League. And no way, guys, with one game to go, we are top of the league. 1 point clear of Chelsea. I think they did lose their game against Arsenal. As long as we can get a result here against Ipswich, we will be champions of England. This is what we've been working towards since, of course, the first season.
A few minutes later.
But a first chance for Ipswich, and they've scored. What? 3 minutes in and we've conceded. Are we about to bottle this? I did not expect that, boys, but it looks like the players are already feeling the nerves. It was never easy to win the Premier League, boys, and we're going to have to earn it here. And already Rafinha's on the charge as he gets past one, but it falls for Young Min Hyuk. Can he turn and shoot? He can. Of course, it's Young Min Hyuk. It's always this kid. Every big game this season, he scored. But okay, it's only 1-1. We need to win this game to get us the trophy. Now we're using Rafinha to find Harry Kane. If he can get there, no, he can't. But at least after that early goal, we have woken up. We are the ones pushing Ipswich back. We need to get the lead as soon as possible. Rafinha looking for the pass again, defended well. Ipswich, though, coming at us. They've got nothing to play for, man. They're just trying to ruin all day, but thankfully that goes wide. Kane has gone through. Kane scores. Could be the goal to win us the Premier League title, and it had to be the greatest player in Spurs' history. All we need now is one more goal to seal the Premier League title, and Harry Kane does it again. And that's it, boys. It's full time, and Spurs have won the Premier League. Our first major trophy. Last season, of course, we did win the FA Cup. But truth be told, it's all about winning the Premier League, becoming the best club in England. Took us 3 seasons, but we did it. You bet Harry Kane is going to enjoy lifting this trophy. But don't forget, we're not done yet. We've got a Champions League to win. Meanwhile, these are the final standings in the Premier League. I still can't believe we've actually done it, especially when we started out in the first season, finishing 17th, losing finals like the Europa League. Also, just look at the stats of our players. Harry Kane with 42 goals. Young Min Hyuk with 25. This kid ended up scoring more than Rafinha. I mean, he is the next Heung-min Son now. I think we can all admit it. But we got one more game, boys. Champions League final. The last time we were in a European Cup final, it was the Europa League, the beginning of this series. Of course, we lost that game. But that was when our project began. We figured out our issues, improved our team, and 3 seasons later, here we are, Champions League final. Come on, boys, we won the Premier League. Let's now win the Champions League as well. I think the key in this tie is going to be to start as we mean to win it, as we look for Harry Kane. Controls that brilliantly. In 3 minutes, we've taken the lead. It couldn't have been a better start. And of course, it's Spurs' greatest ever player to give us the lead. Is this actually happening? Did we just score within the first 4 minutes of a Champions League final? But let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is Luis Enrique's PSG. It is going to be ruthless. Oh, and this could get tough as PSG almost equalized. Bro, I'm scared, man. I think we need to keep the same intensity up. But look at that PSG pressure. Thankfully, Pedro Porro is able to play out of it. What is happening here? Offside? Surely it is. Thankfully it is. But man, PSG are creating chances way too easily against us. I don't think 1-0 is going to be enough. Whenever we get an opportunity, we need to take it. And Madison here might be able to do something. He doesn't have the pace, so he looks for Harry Kane, who could strike it well. Donnarumma with the save. Man, we need a breather. I need that halftime whistle, but it's barely been even 30 minutes in this game. PSG coming at us again. Johnny Cardoso, what a challenge. And it's the elements driving the ball forward. If he could look for the perfect pass, he can't. PSG are so good with their press. And now it's Quicha coming at us. Our defender needs to get involved. He got with Vicario. What a save. Guys, we're in desperate need for that halftime whistle just so we can regroup, because right now we're getting eaten alive by this PSG pressure. Somehow we haven't conceded, but that could change. Clear the ball away, man. And Udogi finally does it. No, and Vitinha has gone through. Milicevic, we're just blocking everything coming at us right now. And finally, there's the halftime whistle. We have just been surviving. I don't even know if there's anything we can do off the bench to save the situation. You know what? One thing we could do is get Danso in. I have a feeling that might be better. A physical defender like him in a situation like this. And yup, we've brought him on, and already he's making interceptions. No. My days, Harry Kane. You've just saved us here. Oh, that was crazy. Bro, this is 30 minutes of us just getting pummeled, man. How do we survive this? Maybe something on the counter as we look for Rafinha. Surely this could be the big moment we're waiting for. Rafinha cutting inside, going for goal, but it's saved. No, not like this. Not like this. Vicario again with the save, bro. How many more are we going to survive? A bit of space here for Harry Kane, who's managed to break through. If we score here now, it could be all over. And Harry Kane does it. Surely that means it's done. And we've actually done it. Champions League winners with Spurs. This might genuinely be the most undeserved Champions League win I've ever had, because PSG was so much better. But somehow, boys, we weren't able to survive. And we've got Harry Kane now lifting that Champions League trophy. 3 seasons with Spurs, and we've made them the best club in Europe. I'm wondering now, which club should be our next project? Let me know in the comments.